Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, everybody? We should just talk.
Just roll.
We should just talk. Well, let's
Batman.
Let's tell a story. I'm gonna tell you a story about Kurt Pellegrino. Kurt Pellegrino, UFC vet, badass wrestler from the Shore, Jersey Shore legend. First MMA fight I ever went to was your fight, right? Me, Damian Hahn, and Renee's brother Paul went down. Yeah, this was I graduated. I was like the summer. I was my senior year. I was about to graduate. It was your fight. You fought. Chris Ligori fought, and Eddie Alvarez fought.
Was it USA versus Russia?
I think it was. Yeah,
Japan.
Yeah, versus Russia. I think
Russia?
It was. Yeah. That was your first fight.
And you're like, "There's my hero."
Oh, yeah. I was like, I need to try this shit out. And then I graduate, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this shit. And I'm like, God, I know Kurt. Kurt got to school right by me. I'm like, that's perfect. I graduate. I call you. Like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going to Florida. I'm like, what? You're going to Florida? Yeah. But you come hang out for the week. I'm like, all right. I came to the gym and Rob took it over, and I just stayed for them.
I was out. I was at peace.
You were out. But yeah, that's kind of
how. Rhino?
Yeah, Rhino. It ended up being Rhino.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into it through. It's all Jersey Shore connection, baby.
Andrew, we got to
yeah. I remember that everyone. I tell everyone that Frankie Egger was my student.
There you go.
For a week.
That's awesome.
But I was never there for that week.
Didn't you go to Boston for a while too to train with Kenny Florian? Or
I
no?
was just going back and forth.
Okay.
I was just going back and forth.
Gotcha. What was that like training with him? He seems like a real down to earth good dude. Great commentator. I mean, great fighter when he was in the game too.
You know, it was like hanging out with myself, just like two idiots.
Yeah.
Just kind of hanging out, but he was smarter than me.
Smarter idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
can relate to that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was like my yin to my yang. You know what I mean? Like I'm stupid funny, and he kind of fed off of that and made me do stupid shit, and it just was like it was a friendship. Like the first time I was in his car when he picked me up from the airport, and a song came on. I think it was the Counting Crows, Long December.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know Kenny for nothing, and I just started like freestyle rapping to it, putting my own words to it, and he's just kind of driving like, what is he doing? But it was like a really good song, so he let it go.
You were doing good. You were ripping it.
Yeah. I was crushing it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a weird talent.
Career could have gone a couple different ways there, you know?
Could have went a couple different ways.
You
for
do
sure.
look a little like Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters, actually, now that I'm looking at you. Kind of do look, you got that.
The flannel. It's the flannel. It's the flannel, too.
It's my Dixon flannel. It's working.
Oh, yeah, you go. Batman. How'd you get Batman? How'd you come up with, is that your guy? Is Batman your guy?
No, it's
Batman. Tell me Batman's not your guy.
Yeah, I don't even watch Batman.
Why is your nickname Batman?
It was growing up in Jersey, our parents are taking us out and like doing all these tournaments at like 3 a.m. You're driving to Pennsylvania,
right? And
you're supposed to pack your bag, at night, so you don't have to do anything, and your impatient father gets you out there 2 hours early so that he can have breakfast and you can watch him eat, kind of a deal. And he was like, I didn't do it, so I woke up late. He woke me up on time, but wasn't dressed, and I picked out a shirt from my closet and a pair of shorts or sweatpants, like not thinking. And when I got there, it was my brother's Batman shirt that was in my closet. My mom messed that up. And sweatpants, and I was like, Dad, I'm not wearing this Batman shirt. I look like a knobber. I can't do this. And sweatpants, who works out in sweatpants and wrestles? I need shorts. He goes, I'll buy you one thing. So I took the shorts, and the shorts were black. It had like little USA and the little rings on it, so I thought that was awesome. And the shirt I turned inside out, but it was a Batman shirt. I wore that shirt through my whole entire middle school career, high school career, and UFC career. And Francis wears it underneath his clothes for every single one of his fights and wrestling matches that he's had.
How big is this shirt?
It was a large.
It was a large. I was like,
Yeah.
it was, okay.
Got to
wow.
be a little tattered by now, no?
Yeah, it's a little beat up. It's like a whoopee, you know.
Whoopee.
So okay, this shirt.
But it was never worn in like practice. It's only worn to walk out to the fight or to wear before.
I think I remember you wearing this,
I
right? In
don't.
high school.
I have a picture of me
right?
in
Yeah.
Atlantic City with me and Jay Carnes, and he
Yeah.
wore my other one.
Yeah.
Because he's like, that must be good luck at working for you. You weren't good your sophomore
But
year.
I mean, listen, I thought it was because Batman is only
Batman Forever.
No, I'm just saying. No, like think about Batman, right? He's not a real superhero. But he fucking prepares. You know what I mean? He prepares better than everybody. He trains. He's got documents on everybody. He prepares.
no.
I thought it was because like I prepare. I'm a you know. what I
That
mean?
sounds awesome.
It does.
Why is he not a real superhero? Because he doesn't have superhero powers?
He has no superpowers.
Well, he's a real superhero.
Right.
He's just not
He has
a
no
super
superpowers. He's not a mutant
power. Yeah.
or a god.
Yeah. Well, I went.
He's
up,
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm neither
does
of
cool
any
shit,
of those. So
though.
that sucks. Yeah. I told Bruce.
But you do got some hidden powers for jiu-jitsu and shit and fighting. Come on, that's kind of like what Batman's like.
I used to. Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to.
You know, they don't go away.
Yeah.
They don't go
No,
away.
no, like I know them, and like in my head, my ears are so bad. They're the worst ears ever. But like in my head, I can see myself doing it at 43.
Yeah.
But my body's like, stop.
So wait, you're 43 and you're 41, but Frank, you started off this podcast saying I didn't know the age gap, so you're really only a couple years apart.
He was a senior when I was a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you just started your fight career, what, a couple years earlier than...
I
Yeah.
When was
I
your
think
first fight?
ch-
First UFC fight was in the like mid-2000s, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
low
low 2000.
low
You
2000s.
were probably like 06. I think I was 07 maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
Wasn't that mids?
Yeah.
Is that mids?
2000s. I
I
mean,
like to say the start is
0, 2000.
No,
We're in
between-
2020. and there's 2000.
No,
you know what I mean?
mid. I guess yeah. I
The
guess,
beginning
I
of
guess,
2000.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I meant
Roger.
2010. I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I got
I
it,
fucked
I
that
got
up.
it.
Yeah, you did.
All right. You
Tried to
called
get
me.
us, and we got him.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not,
That-
not
that's
hard to do. It's not
That's
hard to do.
Exactly
This is
what
gonna
happened.
be an easy night.
Yes, it is. Hey, if
Frankie
you're
will
Batman,
Frankie will handle this for you. Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be an easy night.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But-
So, obviously your Nate Diaz fight, fucking great fight, man. You were winning that whole fucking fight. You literally,
fuck that weekend. Remember that weekend?
bro.
Oh my god,
Dude,
that was miserable.
Why? What was that weekend?
Well, I lost too.
Well, we both lost.
But we were in Broomfield, Colorado.
Sucked.
Dude, it
Who
was
did you
it,
fight?
it reminded me of The Shining.
Maynard.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
the first
right,
Maynard.
Right.
Yeah,
And you guys were supposed to fight at one, like 2009. You guys were supposed to fight, right?
one time.
I was gonna kick his ass.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm so glad my back went out, and I still struggle with that because I was gonna get a fucking beating. And people are like, "Stop!" I'm like, "Yo, listen, bitch. Do you see what he's doing? I didn't. I
Oh,
didn't.
come on, give yourself a little credit.
Dude,
listen, I'm not
listen,
saying
I
that
was a tough
Frankie's
kid.
my boy, but
Listen,
at
listen,
that time, you
people
were.
ask me who the best MMA fighter in New Jersey is, and I'm like, who are you asking? You know who it is. I know who it is, and if you don't know, I'm not kissing your ass. But I'm just being honest.
I would agree with
the
you.
fucking
Obviously.
legend of this sport.
But you don't cut yourself short, and you can't. You
I
gotta
was
throw,
tough.
You gotta
Yeah, I
put
was
Jim.
tough.
You gotta put Jim Miller in that conversation too. That dude's a bad motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not taking anything away from Frankie. I'm with you. I think
Listen,
he's
there's-
top
there's
dog.
Well,
bad
we
mother-
build a lot of bad dudes here, and
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah.
newcomers like your guy Francis.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
good to see.
Jim's tough. A lot of us were tough,
Yeah.
but there's levels to tough.
Yeah.
I mean, what Frankie did. I mean, how do you can you put yourself in a category of someone like that? Like you're going to be a Hall of Famer, and I'm just a guy that was on the roster and made the second video game.
Well, I think you're cutting yourself short. You definitely took out some.
If they had a Jersey Shore video game,
yeah,
you think you'd make it?
I'll be all
You'd
in.
make it?
No, I would hope I wouldn't be.
Honestly, you'd be if it was like a game, you'd be like the first boss You wouldn't be that high up. You know what I mean? It's like, I got to fight Roger on the first level. You know what I'm
If
saying?
Level 1?
if you made it into a fighting game?
No, if you made it into, it was like Jersey Shore was like a video game.
Nah, I
and
think-
like you were like a villain. You'd definitely be a villain, right?
I would assume.
You'd be like the low level villain.
low level.
Yeah, yeah.
Take me out in the early.
Yeah,
early
he's- right?
He's
rounds,
tall
yeah.
and handsome, so I think they'd give him. I don't think he'd be like a number 1.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm
level
saying.
one.
Giving me
I think he's
handsome
higher.
too.
Yeah,
I usually get tall.
he is
I don't-
tall. He is
I don't
tall.
always get handsome, but thank you for that.
He is tall. He is tall.
Appreciate that, pal.
Hey,
I'm never gonna get smart, so I'll take handsome.
Definitely not.
I was listening to the show, so
He knows. He knows.
I was doing some work. You know what's funny though? You know who? You know when you watch you know who Frankie reminds me of what cartoon character?
Oh, shit.
Sock'em, rock'em robot.
That's obvious.
What'd you say?
Sock'em, rock'em robot.
There's two. So there's always two in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And whenever I would see it, I would always laugh and think of Frankie.
Who is it?
I don't even know if I should say it on here because it's gonna go everywhere. But when you ever watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
like you look nothing like him.
Peter Griffin.
Oh, you know when he fights the chicken?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Every single one of Frankie's fights is that fight.
Oh my God, you're right.
And
You're
it's
actually,
like, was this fucking fight ever gonna stop?
you're actually right.
Oh, he's down.
That is
He's
true.
down. Nope, he's back up. He's
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
If you watch one of those fights, you could literally put
You could.
Peter Griffin's face on Frankie and the chicken on whoever Frankie fights, and you'd be like, there you go. That's where they got it from.
This is true. This is true.
It's just funny because I'm like, that kid just doesn't like to go down.
Roger doesn't mind it.
Here we go.
I've seen it.
Here we go.
I've seen it. It's nasty.
Jesus.
I have a movie I'm thinking of about Roger, or a cartoon I'm thinking about Roger.
Go ahead. Get it out. What is it? What is it?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You got nothing? You're not going to
I
finish
was
that
playing.
up?
No, that was the joke. That was the joke.
It's a great room.
So the it's a great room. He said
It's a great room. I love it.
When you guys were slated to fight, you what? Blew your back out?
There's something underneath my left shoulder. It's like a beer can or a soda can, whatever you want to say. And I still can't sleep on it. I sleep with like a pillow underneath my left shoulder.
Really?
To be comfortable. Or it like keeps going. Like I could sleep with something underneath my right shoulder and I could go to bed okay.
It just went out on you.
I think it's like a rib. They pushed it in a bunch of times. But like I couldn't breathe. Like it was just weird. And like I'm not going to go into a fight. We always go into fight injured, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no
always.
way I was fighting Frankie injured.
Yeah.
If I cut my nail, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm out.
fight's off. My cuticle hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to make sure you're healthy for that type of a fight.
Yeah, sure,
You know, I wouldn't want to lose and go, you won because I was hurt.
Right.
Right.
You
Well,
know
look
I mean?
what I guess at the time when you fought him, Nate was only like, what was he, like 22 or something, but he turned into a savage after that. How early in his
He was
career
a
was
savage
that?
always.
Yeah.
Nate
Yeah, I
was a
guess he was.
savage always, man.
Well, he always had the dog in him, but he didn't have the record, you know. He didn't have the
Man, start
you know,
somewhere.
the resume. Yeah.
With Nate, I think I just kind of, I think I was the worst thing for Nate back in the UFC era because when I was there, I taught people how to beat Nate.
Mhm.
And that was, why would you stand up with someone that's just going to, who's 6 foot something,
Right.
southpaw, and just you could hit him with a sledgehammer. He's just going to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And you're nervous to fight someone like that. So my game plan was just to take him down and beat him where I knew I was better.
And you were.
And then just
Got the triangle, yeah.
just an accident happened in this sport, and I mean I was okay with it anyway.
The fingers made it the highlight reel. If you didn't do that, it wouldn't have,
Yeah, like
it wouldn't have
people
been that
like
impressive.
all these years I get like DMs of that,
You'll get DMs that people still coming at you right
and
now?
I'm like, dude, he's the man.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't
I want to be
like-
like, dude, I fuck your mom. No.
Yeah. Frankie's
I'm
got
like, I
some anger
did.
issues.
Yeah, but you can't because I get like every time he fights, they're like, yo, Kurt, you fucking suck, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are just.
I'm gonna go play with my kids.
Has
Yeah,
that
yeah,
has
I
that
just wanna
has
get
that
it.
ever got to you? Was there ever
No.
a point in your life where you were insecure, I guess,
No.
enough to where it bothered you? I mean,
No.
yeah,
You
no?
could put me. I would have been the greatest person to go through like the military.
Yeah.
Because you could get in my face, call me, you fucking loser, scumbag, Italian, fucking baby, and I'd probably laugh at him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Never got into the shit talking. Never like.
So we used to do it back then. I used to do it. I used to do it in the interview rooms, and they'd be like, when I fought Alberto Crane, I was like, I'm gonna kill Alberto Crane. They're like, beep. They're like, what did you say? I'm like, I said I'm gonna kill him. Like, he can't beat me in stand-up. He can't beat me in jiu-jitsu. You know, he's a world champion. Like, boxing, I'm going to smoke this kid. And they're like, are you sure you want to say that? Like, you're pretty overconfident.
Wow.
I swear to God. I'm like,
See, I thought they encouraged that sort of stuff.
yeah,
No?
it was just weird. I don't know. I was just kind of like, I was kind of getting into it, and they wanted me to like kind of word it a little differently. And then I was like, and they never, I don't think they ever captured it, but I said the only way he beats me is if he kicks me in the face right off the bat. Like, oh, I don't know how else he'd beat me. And then he kicked me in the face in like 15 seconds. And that had that giant hole in my lip.
Yeah.
You lost your tooth, didn't you, during that fight, or no?
No, he kicked the whole, like my bit into it. Like, I stuck my finger through it in the hospital.
Shit.
I mean, I'm so glad I won that fight.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't believe I said that, and then he did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spoken into existence.
Yeah. Weird.
Wow. Yeah.
What's your most memorable moment in the UFC? You had what, one fight in Bellator?
Two.
One.
One.
And then I tried fighting, and my back couldn't handle it.
Gotcha.
And you know what? Like, when I fought Gleason T-Bow,
Tough ass dude.
I didn't want to fight.
Bro, he's huge.
Savage.
He's
bro.
huge.
I had an ACL. I had an ACL cadaver put in me 6 months before that fight.
6 months?
Yeah, I fought in 6 months.
Wow.
Just like,
wow, that's crazy.
there was nothing holding me back. I wanted to go. I was in Newark. I'm fighting. They're like, Gleason T-Bow. I'm like,
He's a bad dude.
you know, like, how do you say no to a fight? I never really said no. I'm like, if that's who you want me to fight, let's do it.
Right.
And then, like, when I fought him, I didn't really want to be in there. And I knew it too. Like, when they shut the door and I
think
looked
you could
over,
tell when you were fighting. You could tell.
yeah, I was like, I was like, fuck, I don't want to be here. 6 months. That's all I could keep saying. Just don't get knocked out. And I went backstage and I told Joe Silva, like, I'm done. Put a fork in me. I don't want to do it no more.
You took some time off after that, right?
Yeah, and then I thought I wanted to fight, and then fought Patricky, and even then, I mean, like, I was, bro. Did you ever cry before a fight?
No.
I was crying before my fight, and I don't cry for shit. I didn't want to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't crying because I was scared to go out there. I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
I got like my family, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then went out there and got hit and dropped, whatever. I wasn't like, I mean, I was dropped, but like, you've been dropped, right? Give me an opportunity to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And they stopped the fight, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I'm obviously I'm not a fighter. I'm not on that level. I don't get it, but I wonder what makes you guys tick, and because obviously you have it in you. You're a great fighter. I mean, another guy that comes to mind, Frankie Perez. I mean, he like retired in the ring after he had a great fight. You know, I feel like his career was just starting, and it's like I remember scratching my head like, why?
He came back.
Why?
He
did.
came back.
He did.
Yeah.
But he
You
did.
know-
He did have a speech where he said, you know, I don't want to do this anymore.
I think he was just all emotional.
But he had a great
Yeah.
fight, bro. It was a fucking great fight.
I was
Sam Stout, right? This
Yeah.
is not
Yeah, he knocked-
Sam
yeah.
Stout.
I was getting knocked out in practice with jabs.
Wow. Yeah.
So I knew my chin was going.
Yeah.
So like, and once it goes, there's no coming back. I don't know if there's ever studies where like you could rest it for a year and you come back. Like, a jab would flash knock me out.
Really?
A jab.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's
so like,
scary,
I was
bro.
nervous going into a fight with a puncher, even though I was gonna. And I'm crazy. Like, I was like, I'm standing with this kid, and then I knew I didn't have my chin no more, and that was in practice.
I mean, that's proven, right? That once you've taken a concussion or even multiple, that
I don't know if it's proven on a scale, but I mean, you just see it happening, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Once your chin goes, it's like it's time to get out. And I didn't love it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have to, for me, like, I fell out of love at wrestling too. I wrestled so much when I got to college, and you're sitting there, you're like, we're ranked 8th in the country, and then you fail every subject. You're like, how did I do that? One, I'm fucking stupid. I went to class every day. I just
We're
couldn't do it.
We're brothers.
I love that.
Got you, pal. Got you.
Why do I got to be the small brother, though? I want to be the tall one.
Speaking of that, my man just lost, what'd you say, 35 pounds?
Yeah.
In what, 2 months you said?
About 2 months.
That's insane, bro. Good
Yeah.
for you.
And how'd you do it?
Fat European Kurt was getting tired of being called fat. Like,
Did you say fat European?
Fat European Kurt.
Yeah.
Why fat European?
Just getting away from the Batman, or
My friends called me Fat European Kurt.
why European?
My friend Andrew Left called me Fat European Kurt. Like, you drink like tea and crumpets because you're just so fat, and you're like
European?
eating croissants. I'm like, fuck you, man.
I feel like they're in better shape than us over there. You know.
Hey, listen, I don't know why you came up with it, but it was funny. You know,
Just call you a fat American.
that's really what you are.
Yeah.
And I just like, you know, when I go out, I helped this woman. It was and this happened me going into bars, because everyone sees me at 155, right? They see it, you fight and you shred it,
right.
and then they see you like at 190, like, yo, what happened to you? You're like, whoa, bitch.
Yeah.
It's real life. It's real life.
Yeah.
This is what I look like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm still have muscles. I'm just not sucked and drained. So I was helping this woman once, and they're divorcing, and they were screaming outside, and their children were there, and I went over, I was like, hey, listen, you know, just get out of here. I'll go in and get your stuff, which isn't a lot, and just come back when they're not here. The kids are here. They're seeing this shit. It's stupid. Then they leave, whatever. I was a hero. I don't want to brag. And then I go inside to help her move something. And this woman goes, oh, my God, Kurt Pellegrino. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? We went to school together? Because I'm a little punchy. Sometimes I don't remember people's faces or names. And she's like, you wouldn't recognize Kurt now because he's so fat. And I was like, did you just call me fat?
Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to call you fat like that. That's not cool.
Yeah, dude, but that happens to me all over the place.
But that had an impact on you.
But that wasn't like, but that's just another day. Like, I'm getting, like, I go to a bar and someone's like, yo, what's up, man? Fuck, you gained a lot of weight. And I'm like, yo, like, I've made a couple million in my life, bitch. What did you do in your life?
See that you take that as a diss, and, you know, like an insult. I'm the opposite, man. I worked so hard to be a big guy, you know, and used to run gear and hit the gym hard, and I'm not as big as I used to be. So now when I see people, like I just got it over the weekend. I was with my kids. I walked into B2 Bistro. I saw my buddy in there, and he like grabbed my face. He's like, Raj, you lost a lot of weight. You look, and then they always go, you look good. You look good. You look. No, bro, that's not what you were trying to say. You're you know, I look sickly.
He's got body dysmorphia.
Yeah, so I'm good with it. Like, I would never walk up to you and say you were fat.
Yeah.
And I was chubby. I had a fake knee. I couldn't walk around my block. I couldn't do what your kids, like going like Halloweening with them.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk around my block. Yeah. I couldn't ride a bicycle. I couldn't do nothing. So for 7 years, I was literally suffering.
Oh, that long.
Yeah, and I needed a new hip. I've been complaining about my hip for years, but I had to get that fixed. Then I got that fixed. And, you know, and people would, I had someone at the beach go, let me just look at this. What have you done to yourself?
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, you ever get killed by a fat guy? And get, like, killed. Like, I'll throw you in the water, drown you, and then watch you die and wave goodbye. Like, that was just the end of it. That was
the
the
talent
summer.
is still there. It doesn't go away, right?
He still could be mad. That makes me angrier than anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like calling somebody with, like, you know, Down syndrome, walking up to him, like, what's up, you retard?
Yeah.
Who would say that to someone?
Right.
No.
It's a world we live in, too.
I don't know. Is it because you're a jokester though, and people think you're okay with it?
No, these are people that would would come up to me and like grab my boobs and be like, let me feel those titties.
Get the fuck out of here.
What would you do if someone did that to you?
My God.
A stranger?
Yeah.
It has to be people you know,
It's
obviously.
people that like I'm acquaintance with, because everybody knows who Kurt Pellegrino is, right? Like, I'm everyone's friend.
Yeah.
I'm super nice to everyone, but like, yo, you're not my friend. I don't hang out with you.
Yeah.
If you came up to me and called me fat,
Right.
I'd be like, yo, Frank.
Yeah, there's levels.
What the fuck you call?
Yeah.
Fuck you, not for nothing.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
dude,
I totally get it. I think I have a good sense of humor. I could take a lot of obviously
if
sitting
we're
down
in here playing around,
and I'll take it from him all day. But if I don't know you and you talk to me like that,
if
that's
you're
different.
not my
That's
boy.
different. You know what
You're
I mean?
not my boy.
Yeah.
Like
Talking that
my
shit.
brother-in-law and like, oh, leave it up to the fat guy, and we'll all start laughing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, you could call me any name you want. If me and your I don't have any feelings. I don't care.
Right.
Like, it's cool. But like, if I don't know you and I'm eating dinner with my wife, or I'm drinking at the bar, and you're like, man,
Right.
you put on a lot of weight.
Yeah, dude, like, shut
That's
the
an asshole move.
Could you imagine that? And my wife will flip out if she hears that. So I'm like, I better start losing some weight because she'll.
Did
fuck
it motivate you in a way though?
Yeah, I mean, it motivated me because I didn't want to be. I promised my son that I would get my life back together once my shoulder and I was healed. I didn't need pain medicine no more, and I could walk around. I could just walk without a sling. I went through a period of time where, like, you ever see those guys like the hero boxers, like, and they're all banged up now, and you see them walking, you're like, oh my God, that's such and such. Like, look at him, look how beat up he is. I didn't want to be that guy in Point Pleasant walking around with a sling on and like a limp and be like, man, look how bad Kurt is. Yeah. Like, I didn't want people to feel bad for me, so I kind of hid from that kind of world. And I said, as soon as I feel better, buddy, I'm out of the sling. I'm going to walk every day, 3 miles a day, and I'm going to eat so clean to show you that even I don't like vegetables and spinach. Like, who wants to eat that every day? But I eat it every day.
Good for you, man.
And just to show him, like, he's cutting weight, and I'm like, hey, listen, pal, I'm doing it.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So there's no
I tuned in your
excuses.
live the other day, and you were like training with your son. You guys looked like you were having the time of your life, man.
Yeah, I beat his. He wanted to box me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He wanted to box me.
Yeah.
Bro, I turned it off because Instagram wouldn't allow me to post it. They
why? Consider it violent?
Yeah, they said
Beating
this
up a
doesn't
kid,
throw
little
terms.
kids.
Yeah, beat his ass. Bro, at the end of it, he punched me square in the eyeball. And I'm like, don't kill him.
Yeah.
But I gotta teach him a lesson. Right?
Great body.
Okay, boop, uppercut him in the face. Like, whoa, Dad. I'm like, yo, dude, you're bringing out some demons, dude. That really hurt. You had MMA gloves on. You whacked me right in the eyeball.
That's
a
funny.
straight shot eyeball. It hurts. They don't know.
That's great.
But Kurt, he's 11. He's honestly my best friend.
That's awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
He's
That's
funny.
awesome.
It's a pain in my ass, but he's my best friend.
Now he's into wrestling.
I see these guys every week. They're our travel partner.
That's awesome.
I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Kids the same age?
No. Mine's 12. His 11.
Yeah, he's in 7th, right?
He's in 7th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Kurt's in 6th. So yeah, that's.
Think he's gonna follow in his dad's footsteps?
I think he's gonna try to follow in Francis's footsteps.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I want to be like Francis, and I'm like,
Hey, well, think about it. It's full circle, bro. Francis kind of wanted to emulate you. Think about it.
Yeah.
You know.
he's a great kid, Francis. He's a good kid. I tell him I'm getting Kurt really, really good at wrestling to be ready for you.
Yeah.
To help you with your wrestling because I can't do it no more with you.
That's
there you
awesome.
go.
And he's
I
like,
that.
I'm gonna fucking. So I used to beat up Francis, and he's gonna know it. Like I used to strangle him and put him to sleep for fun. It was funny to do it to him, you know, and like make fun of him all day, like what like Dan O'Cone used to do to like me. For instance, I don't know if you've ever had one of those college guys just like push your head through sheetrock for fun. You're like, what's happening? I'd go home like, Dan O'Cone just beat me up, and he'd be like, well, I don't care, get tough. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty tough. I'm in high school.
Yeah.
Like he's like kind of bullying me and beating me up, you know. But you know the world was way tougher back then, so our dads were like, it was like good.
Oh yeah.
You see my dad paying Dan, and I did that back to Francis to let him know that, you know, just to give it back, you know, like you got to give that back to someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's how you make people tough.
So I got my knee surgery, and Francis's house is like a compound, an awesome pool. My wife and my two babies are there, and Kurt is running around the pool, and he threw something at Francis, and I knew Kurt was in trouble anyway. So I'm sitting there drinking with his dad, and my legs up. I can't really move. I can't even go in the pool. I still have stitches in. And he's drowning my son.
Francis.
And and Francis's dad's like, yo, asshole, leave the kid alone. He's like 9. And he's like, what was that, Dad? I can't hear you. Drowning. Poor kid. Drowning him. And he's like, Francis, he stands up. I'm like, and like he's just beating the shit out of my son. And he's like, hey, Kurt, remember this? Remember? And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, that's my fault, Steve. I did that to your kid so many times. And he's like, oh, okay, well, if you're okay with it. And Kurt's like, help that. And it was really funny because Kurt got in the car. He's like, what did you do to him? I'm like, so much, man.
Frankie and I were
Poor
just
kid's
having
gotta
this
take it.
conversation. I feel like it's part of your duty as a dad. Girls are different, but to raise your son to be tough, like you owe it to your kid to make him be a little tough at least. You know what I mean? You can't be.
I'm raising
a big
my son to be
pushover.
a motherfucker.
Good.
Yeah.
Like I told him, don't
Motherfuckers
put
go
up with
places.
shit.
Yeah.
like be the biggest savage you can.
Good.
If someone's picking on someone, fucking knock them in their face. But he's also the most politest kid probably in all of middle school. Like, he has feelings, and I'm just like, we're gonna lose those things later. But like talking to his mom, like, we're divorced and we're really good together. And I'm like, we have to rate, like, when he's not with me, he's a man, right? So my son picks up the dog shit, takes out the trash. He might not like it, but that's what he's doing because I'm raising a man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And and with the wrestling's going to teach you all this other things, but like, I'm not raising some of these soft kids because our boys are going to get older and they're going to be tough.
Absolutely.
That's what wrestling is great. It's like such a teacher. Without being the parent, like, it's tough enough being a parent.
Yeah,
wrestling kind of acts.
Dude, being a wrestling dad, being me and you, as a wrestling dad, our kids are going into every match and already have the pressure because they're our dads.
Absolutely.
Look at who their dads are.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they win or they lose, they beat Frankie Edgar or they beat Kurt Pellegrino.
Right.
No, relax, motherfucker. You beat a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Right.
You didn't beat me, but if you want to go,
I fucking
we'll do it.
Right.
Look, get your dad. Where's your? Oh, he's really good, fucking now.
Yeah.
I'll call Frankie. I'm like, Frankie, go get him. I can't. It's all you. He looked at me wrong.
That's great.
But I'm raising Kurt to be. And with
I think you owe
Priscilla's
it to your son, your kids. You do.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
your
Jimmy's the
sons,
same
at
thing.
least.
My little one's like 4. My littlest one's 4, and like he'll be like hurting or crying, and like my wife, she's like, "You're being mean to him."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, this is being mean to him." I'll smack him. I'm like, "That's being mean." And you know what? He's gonna love that when he gets older, because there's no way I'm gonna let him tell or he doesn't want to get in the shower. You don't want to get in the shower? Yeah. I take his clothes off. I throw him in the shower. I'm like, "You can cry in the shower, bud."
Right.
Like, I'm not being a douche. We told him to do something. He's not going to start telling his mom and dad what he's doing. At 4 years old, there's no way.
There's going to be that kid is going to be in high school one day, and another kid is going to test him, and if you give him the ability, he's going to be able to handle that situation. And if you don't, he's going to be horribly embarrassed, and it's going to be much worse for him and much harder on him to go home crying or you know what I mean, and be embarrassed in front of than it would be if you prepared him for that situation.
Yeah.
At least it'd step up. I mean, he might lose. Frankie's son just had this happen actually, and stepped to the plate and like manned up. And I don't think he would have done that if you didn't teach him.
Rep the family flag and
good
and stuck up for himself, which is good to see.
Good.
Yeah.
You don't get that much, and when young adults or young little kids do that, the era of teachers now, some are good, some are kind of out of their minds, but they're not used to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's right? Like, the only people that are in charge of our kids are us.
100%.
That's number
They
one.
don't think that.
My kids know that. I don't care what anybody says.
My kid,
same thing I say.
Kids know it.
Yeah.
They know it. And I told them, and I said, I don't care if I go to jail.
Right.
Matter of fact, that would be the most
Some
peaceful
good
time.
sleep.
Yeah. I'd have the greatest sleep ever. So I'd be okay with that for a little bit.
What does Jordan Peterson say? Teach your kids to be a savage and then teach them how to control it, or something along those lines. But it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you want to have that in you. You want to have that motherfucker in you, but you want to be able to control it.
I just said this to Kirk because he is having this this hard time with like wrestling and like it too inconsistent, right? And I was like, hey, listen, here's a situation. My father raised me like an animal, right? So if there's 15 kids for a job interview and you're living with your mom or your dad wherever you're at, and you're not paying rent, and neither are the 15 kids. The kids nowadays are so weak that when the boss comes out in front of everyone in a conference room and he goes, hey, I'm paying you $65,000 to one person for 1 year, and you have 7 days you have to go to work, and it's 12-hour days. There's no sick days. There's no bereavement days. There's no vacation days. It's 7 days, 12 hours. If you're sick, you have to go on a Zoom call, and I have to see you physically. How many people are going to walk out of that room?
Almost everybody.
Almost all of them.
In today's day and age.
Yeah, probably all of them.
Yeah.
But I'm raising you to know that you have nothing to go to work.
Correct.
And when you sit there, the guy's going to go, your boss, and go, hey, listen, it's $150,000, and you have 5 days to work, and it's only 8-hour shifts, and you get all your vacation days.
Right.
But I didn't want to give my money to someone who didn't want to earn making money.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what I'm raising.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Yeah.
And then I was like, the same thing. You want to win matches, but you don't want to earn them by running and putting in the time that you're not in the room. That's what made you. That's what made me. I mean, I ran in the snow. My dad used to, Thanksgiving, would weigh me in and go, when you leave here, when we're done eating, you better weigh that. I was like, what? I swear to God. What, you weigh 140? You better weigh 140 when you go to bed.
Wow.
So I would eat, smartly. That's even a fucking word. And then I would go running to make sure I weighed that, because my dad was a Marine and he wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not going to bed until you weigh that. Go enjoy your Thanksgiving, buddy. I love you. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Hey,
do you see? I mean, especially in wrestling, because it's so regimented. Is that staying alive? That mentality? Are dads now? Do you see that? You guys are dads now. You're going to these tournaments. Do you see dads pushing their kids the same way that?
Almost in wrestling, yeah, you see that
do.
shit. Wrestling's different, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Especially in this area. I mean,
so are you a first generation wrestler? Like my son's a second generation wrestler. Like my dad wrestled a little bit,
yeah,
but
my stepfather wrestled. My stepfather took third. Frank,
Oh.
Frank, yeah, he took third in the state. But
Badass.
still, dude. How about this? I tell the story, and now that I'm kind of the same age, whatever. I was in third. I really wrestled. Really, I started in 7th grade, but I wrestled in 3rd grade for like 2 or 3 months, maybe. My dad was in the restroom at High School East. It was for Tom's Wrestling Club, or it might have been the rec program back then. Showing me an arm drag. He used to do the arm drag where you do this, the boot scoot type arm drag. So I'm in 3rd grade, bro. I'm 8 years old. I'd be 65 pounds. Boom, breaks my collarbone. How does that happen?
he hit it perfect.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to hit it.
But yeah, so that was my. So I guess I don't know if you call me second generation, but yeah, I got into it. My cousin Brian Lebrano.
Yeah.
That's kind of why he was wrestling. That's why I kind of got into it.
But your kids are second generation.
Yes.
So that's the point. My son's a second generation wrestler. What we're giving you is something that. Did you wrestle?
No.
You have a boy, girl?
I have a son.
So they'd be the first one. So
Right.
you're giving them something that you don't know where you're going in the guidelines. You have great people around you.
Correct.
But what we have is something that you were born into it.
Correct.
It's in your blood to be what we did.
Right.
And if you don't, whatever. I usually tell when I had Kurt, I remember talking to Dan, who's a real close friend of mine. I was like, man, I'm having a boy. It's going to be great. I'm going to name him Oscar because I don't want him to, be a Kurt Pellegrino because he'll suck. I don't want to hear Kurt Pellegrino took second in the state again. I couldn't fucking jump off a fucking bridge.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh man, I don't ever want a boy. And I was like, why? I'm never gonna lose weight with him. I don't have to watch him lose wrestling matches. I'm like, wow, fuck. No, I don't want a boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're reliving your childhood, literally. You're gonna relive it with your son.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm playing with like wrestlers again with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You grow up playing with toys again. I didn't play with girl toys. I played with boy toys. So like you're playing armies with them, and you're horsing around. It's just something you literally have kids and you relive your whole life again.
You do. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different for me. I grew up in Maine, and all the shit I grew up doing as a kid was all very outdoorsy. Riding quads, ice fishing.
Yeah, but you're doing that. I see you got kids.
I'm trying to get my kids into it, but I noticed like when my dad bought me like a big red 3-wheeler back, when I was, I don't know, I was probably in like, 5th or 6th grade. It was the best gift I ever got in my life. To this day, it's probably the best gift I ever got in my life. Buy my kids quads, and they're just kind of like, oh, cool. I'm like, what the fuck? I want you to be excited like I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to. I feel like iPads and TV and
it's
the devil. So I try to be
man.
outside as much as humanly possible and on the go. I figure like they say idle time is the devil's playground, right? So I'm just like, keep it moving. Just keep moving. My kids, if they're sitting on the couch, they're going to either turn the TV on or be. So I try to stay moving all the time and doing something with them. You know what I mean? So, and it seems to seems to work pretty good. I'm not saying my kids don't use iPads and don't watch TV, but it's hard to do that when you're moving and you're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. So there's this thing on your iPad or iPhone.
The screen time thing?
Yes.
Yes, I just learned about this yesterday.
What?
Dude.
Yeah, I knew it existed, but I just learned how to
you could check
actually operate it because Lou and Meg
operate it. You just slide over and it's
right, but I
fucking
never used it before.
I had no idea.
I never
My
used
son-
it before.
operate it. How do you operate it?
Oh, okay. Whatever, bro. Whatever wording you want to use. I
Swipe
knew
it.
it existed,
Right.
but I see what he does.
It just
See
came
what
up.
he
It would
does.
just come up, but he taught me how to.
Bro, listen, I'm
I
gonna
have no
tell you.
idea.
I'm gonna tell you.
Show
Your
me.
buddy taught you.
No,
what
my
your
son.
buddy taught you. Okay, your
My
son.
son.
Your
I'm
son.
so stupid.
I'm gonna tell you what your buddy taught you.
Okay.
And what your son taught you.
He's saying the same thing.
I know, but
What?
this is what he taught you. Right? He taught you to slide to the left. All right, that's what he taught
I
you.
didn't know. I still can't. Oh wow.
You gotta have a family plan. I didn't know that. You gotta be
Wow.
on a family
It's pretty
plan.
awesome.
Slide to the left.
So what I do now is, what he doesn't know it's coming, and he's not going to listen to this show, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to take
sure?
like.
Are you sure?
I'll take his he's either on TikTok, right, watching videos. So I'm going to see how much time he spent on it at the end of the month,
Yeah.
and then he's going to owe me that in push-ups.
Oh damn! Like what? Like per minute?
Wait, owe you that in push-ups?
Hour.
So if it's an hour, it's 100 push-ups.
Wow.
So you can do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100. So I'm just going to keep going. So if there's like 400 hours on that, then you're going to owe me, 4 100s.
Just that
Right then and there. He does them anyway. Like I'm making him do that now, but like I might make it in miles for running.
Right.
So like when I see it, like, you want me to do what? I'm like, and if I and like total hours is 10, pal. The total for your whole like you playing with your phone was 10 hours.
Right.
So I can make you do 3-mile run, 300 push-ups. We could break it down that way, or we could just do this one app.
How old is your son? 11.
11.
What age did you get him a cell phone?
I think Santa Claus did it last year.
Last year.
That prick.
Yeah, I don't remember my boys' birthdays, but my daughter just got one. She's 8, but she's the third child too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The boys haven't had them. She's like,
First off,
I
she's the
want
girl.
one.
She's like
Yeah,
the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, of course.
The best
My
gift you could ever
daughter
get.
keeps asking for one, and I'm like, nope, not yet. Now she does have one at her mom's house, but it only works.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What?
She has a phone at her mom's house, but it doesn't leave the house.
Doesn't leave the
That's
compound.
Exactly 1,000% correct. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Doesn't
Really?
leave the house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Doesn't leave the house. Not allowed to take it outside. Only works on Wi-Fi. Brand new phone. It's the
oh,
brand.
yeah.
Oh, it's a phone though.
It's the brand newest. It's the newest one
Because
that's out.
V had we just had an iPod that was Wi-Fi, but when
Yeah.
we left and she didn't have nothing. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, as far as I know, she never brings it to my house, and as far as I know, she's only allowed to use it around the house.
It's,
but
in
she
her,
has,
it's in her bag when she's
yeah.
sleeping at night.
She wants one at Dad. She keeps asking me for my old phone, like Dad. Can I'm like, not yet.
Why don't
not
you just
yet,
get her an
know?
iPod and then just hook up to Wi-Fi? Do they make iPods anymore?
No, I don't think they do.
She has an iPad, but it can only she can only I think she can face. She can't call with it.
How old is she?
You can. You can.
You
She can't.
can.
She can't make a.
You can
You
call
can
with
on
an iPod.
Wi-Fi. On Wi-Fi, you can
And
Yeah,
maybe she
yeah.
can.
because it's an iPhone.
Well, she doesn't know how to then.
Yeah.
How old
You
is
can.
she?
8, same age.
Oh,
as
she's
me.
8.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they know what they're doing
Yeah.
at 8
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old. They're
Yeah.
so much smarter than us on the phones.
Yeah, I mean, Roger, geez, he's like a caveman.
I am.
Right?
I am. But
And
at least-
I'm
at least-
I'm bad, but like Roger makes me look like fucking at Bill Gates.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm pretty bad. It's the worst. I get an email. I'm like,
You
how do
said the exact same
how do you
thing I
open it?
did, but it's
like I just got an email. I'm like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, Tara, how do you write this? It's not working. She's like, give it to me, you fucking. I'm like, what? How do you do it? I just learned how to do the face thing. That was a big deal,
Oh, you're always
Face
putting your
recognition?
thing in?
bro. I'm freaking out with the face thing. Look,
That's the best thing.
it's up.
You don't have to.
It messed up everything during COVID because you wouldn't recognize anybody with a mask on.
The mask,
Nobody's phone would
I
recognize
never
them.
wore a mask.
Yeah,
What was it like?
I agree. What was it like? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but it was like I never wore it. People used to look at me. I'm like, I don't know.
No,
Did you ever have a confrontation for not wearing one? I got a lot of stares. I don't think I ever. I mean, I got the classic "put your mask on." I actually had one lady in the mall, probably the worst one I ever had, which wasn't even bad. We were walking through the mall, and at that time, it wasn't even mandatory for the mall. It was just the stores could make it mandatory for each store. And I think we were walking around one of the big ones up north, and I went into some culinary one. I forget what it was, and this lady said, "Sir, you need to have your mask on." I had it on my chin, right? I always just wear it on my chin. Everywhere I went, it was on my chin, right? Doesn't do shit anyway. So I just picked it up like, so it was like here, kept walking. She's like, no, sir. No. All the way up. So I just kind of looked at her. I pulled it up a little bit more. She's like, "Sir, it needs to be over your nose." I said, "All right, lady, I'm leaving." I just walked out. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shop there.
I don't shop at any businesses where you have to wear a mask.
Right.
And I won't even go to like, I brought my 4-year-old who needs glasses, who's might be the cutest little guy in the world. 4 eyes, blonde hair. He's the greatest.
That's awesome.
Without the glasses on, his eyes like wink, cross-eyed. It's the funniest thing. He's great. And they're like, "You guys, we go into the eyeglass place," and I freaked out. I walk in, and this is the side right here is the room where the examinations go on, and directly over here is where there's no door. You walk over and you pick out your glasses.
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask sitting here and do the eye exam. But over there, when you're wearing your glasses and putting them on, you don't need a mask.
Makes no sense.
So if you were going to go pick up your glasses or get fitted for glasses, no mask. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not wearing a mask. I'll just sit on that side. She goes, "Yes, you can. But when you come over here, you have to wear a mask." I go, "I'm not wearing a mask, and neither is my he was 3. My 3-year-old's not wearing a mask." She's like, "Yes, he is." I'm like, "Well, you just lost money because there's no way my 3-year-old's going to wear a mask." And this was like, I think 4 months ago.
What?
Wow, recently.
4 months ago.
Yeah.
There's no way he's wearing a mask. I'm sorry. You all know this shit isn't real.
Right.
I get people got sick. Like, people are getting sick now with the flu.
Right.
Like my whole house has been sick since November. Everyone's just passing it through. Like, it's just, It's funny. And I get it. I had COVID twice, and
same.
I kicked its ass twice.
Same.
Yeah.
Same with me.
I only had it once. I only had it once. Maybe one.
I know I had it once. I think
I want to get
twice.
it again because I know I'll get a break. Like 2 days. Like one day when you kind of feel bad, where you need the rest, and the next day I pretend I'm feeling bad. I'm like, oh, this is a big one.
Attention, just an attention day.
But the worst sickness I ever got was my kids got coxsackie.
Oh, dude, I got it from
you got
coaching. Coaching once, yeah. Not my own kids. I didn't have it in my mouth. I just had it on I had, not bad. I had a little bit on my feet and a little bit on my palms.
That's your tongue, your feet, and your
tongue,
hands,
and mouth,
right?
and feet,
let me tell you
and
something. First of all, it's a kid's disease. Number one, right? Both of my kids got it from playing with their friends who had it, and it was funny. I asked the nurse. I go, "Hey, listen, this is during like COVID." I go, "Could I get coxsackie?" She goes, 0.5% of a human adult your age could get it. I'm like, yes. I'm not gonna get it. Boom, bitch, I got it.
You got it.
Bad.
Oh.
I was burning. I had 104 fever for like 3 days straight.
Did you get this?
I got it on my hands, in my mouth, on my feet.
Shit.
But not outside your mouth?
No, just inside.
Yeah.
Real light. But my hands and my feet, it was so brutal that I couldn't walk barefoot on my floor. I was either crawling or I'd have to wear like Uggs, something soft for my feet to go on.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't get that bad. But I had a couple on my feet and hands.
I wouldn't wish that.
That's named after Coxsackie, New York, right? That's where it originated. I think that's where it started.
I don't know.
There's a town called Coxsackie, New York.
Coxsackie, New York.
Fucking sucks in that town, boy. That was no fun. I was. My wife was like, "You should go to the hospital. You're bad."
Really?
I had a whole grout fit on in my bed.
Wow.
Like sweatpants, everything at 104, and could not take anything off because I was freezing, but I was literally dying.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that COVID was nothing.
Yeah.
I'll take that any
I just
day.
couldn't stand the loss of taste and smell.
I didn't. So, Smurf lost hers. I call my wife Smurf. So she lost her taste and smell.
Smurf and Batman.
Smurf. Well, technically, if Bruce Buffer did it right, my nickname would have been The Real Deal.
Why? What happened?
Because my first fight, when I fought Drew Fickett, on my fight shorts said The Real Deal because I tried to get away from Batman. And he goes, I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look that up, Pellegrino. I don't know if that's your nickname. And when I walked out, he called me Batman. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Can't get away from it.
I'm in my 20s. I'm going to be called Batman forever. I know I'm going to be famous one day, and it ain't going to be called Batman. I see people like...
I sat next to you at a fight one time. Do you remember that?
Was I hilarious?
Yeah, you were hilarious. You were hilarious. It was you, your wife, me, and the ex. And I forget what fight it was. I can't even remember where we were. I don't remember if it was Vegas.
It was probably
or
my
here.
ex, too.
Yeah. It might have been. Really?
Yeah.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
They were conspiring against us, I think,
Yeah.
at the time, yeah.
Unbelievable, those two.
Yeah. They got away with it. They
Fuckers.
did. We'll get them next time. We'll get them this round.
I'm always plotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk.
Smart.
I'm ready for a breakup.
Yeah. Yep. I got lucky though, getting divorced. I think we're better friends now.
I feel the
And
same.
I ran into my high school girlfriend. I dated all through high school.
That's awesome, man.
In a bar. Like I was lonely, like all banged up, like just some low nights, by yourself drinking in a bar on Christmas or Christmas Eve, and you're the only guy in the bar, just like wanting to beat somebody up, and you're like, fuck. And then there she came. I was like,
That's
what
awesome,
are you doing here? I don't know. It was so weird.
Wow.
Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Meant to be.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah.
Kids are a game changer, right? Because you can never fully not have anything to do with it. If it was just like you dated or you were married and you just broke up, that would be in your rearview mirror and you never talk to him. We'd never see him again. It'd be over and life would go on. You're forever connected now. Yeah. So, you can go about that a couple ways. You can either get along for the kids or you can fight, and I choose to get along. But
it's easier to get along, and we're good. We're good. We're super good, and the girls are good. Good. So, I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Smurf's good.
I'm happier now, honestly.
She really does love me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I tell her to stop. She's like, I love you so much. I'm like, I get it. I love you too, Smurf. She's like, kiss me. I'm like, oh. We're watching Kurt wrestle. She's whispering in the mirror. She's like, I love you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. Fucking watching wrestling, Smurf. She's like, I can't wait to see you later. I'm like, I know. Stop.
I'm here now.
I'm going. I got to
now.
do the show. She's like, make sure you guys are still on. I love you. And I'm like, Smurf.
Hey.
It's obsessive.
Yeah.
And
really? That's a good thing.
And
that's what you want.
I tell that story. I'm like, look at me.
That's what we're all
That's
after.
why, this is all hers.
That's the dream right
It's
there,
funny,
man.
though. I got lucky.
House with a white picket fence. You got a dog?
I got two dogs, but one's really special.
Uh-oh.
A Frenchie. Frenchton.
I had a Frenchie. I love Frenchies.
I have a Frenchie named Hercules. He's the man. He's got a little bit of dementia, which is sad. And then we bought...
Why, he's old? He's old?
He's not old. He's 5.
How the fuck does he have dementia?
He's not stimulated anymore. So
What do you mean stimulated?
Frenchies are like special anyway. They honestly are. They're like special dogs.
Dude, he's not he chases his shadows and like barks at himself.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what it was from. They said it could have been from like lack of walking them. Because we always walk. I'm like, no,
fuck
dude,
out of here, bro. Does the dog walk around your house?
Yeah, that's what I
think he's
said.
okay then.
Yeah. But if we came over here and had a party, and like 6
Who
people,
said it was from lack of walking?
the vets.
Come on.
That's what. Listen, and my wife would be like, "No, that's really true." I'm like,
No.
Smurf, they're trying to get money from you.
Yeah,
You don't see that. So
They linked up with the dog walking service.
yeah, bro. Then we got this Frenchton. It's like a Boston Terrier Frenchie mix.
Okay.
He's
Called
awesome.
the Frenchton?
Frenchton.
They're crossbreeding everything now.
Wow,
What is it?
so it's a
Golden Doodles?
it's a French Bulldog and a Boston Terrier?
Yeah,
That's got to be pretty
dude,
cool.
he's pretty neat.
They just got long legs.
He looks like a.
Frenchie with long
I want to
legs.
see one of them.
He literally looks like a Boston Terrier.
Oh, he looks like a Boston Terrier.
Identical. I like laugh at him like, this isn't a Frenchton.
No,
They screwed us.
That's what they did with mine.
But he's super special. To where like he's definitely on like the small bus special kind of dog. Super nice, sweet, but as stupid as they come.
Start walking them. They'll get more intelligent.
Well, no, he used to run out the house. It didn't
I'll live
matter.
longer.
Run, catch him. We bought like the iPod thing where like the little leash where you can always know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so I'm like, dude, Flash, you can't do that. I'm gonna beat your ass. Stop doing that. Open the door, boom, gone. Open the door, just takes off. Then the dummy gets hit by a car. What an idiot. He runs this way. The car's coming down the road, and he's running alongside, and it clips his back, his
Back
leg.
paw?
Yeah, just kind of clipped him. And I'm like, good. That's what you get.
I don't think
And she's like, we got to take him to the vet. I'm like, no. He does this all the time. This is tough. She's like, it's a fucking dog. I'm like, listen, I'm not like a dog hater. He's never going to run out again, and I guarantee he gets smart.
Yeah.
Changed his whole life.
Hell yeah, right?
I can keep that door open. He'll sit there like this.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, yeah, bitch, you want to run outside?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hell
He's like,
yeah.
nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
There's
hell
cars out there, Dad. But that's what helped him. I swear to God. Now
Sometimes it's tough love, man.
Yeah.
I got a cousin back in Maine that he's got 2 boys and a daughter. Just had a daughter, but I think it was his middle son. They, this is Maine living, so they got like a house in the woods with a wood stove in the middle of it. They do a lot of their heating and cooking with a wood stove, right? My cousin, he's pretty hardcore. He's a game warden now in Maine. So anyway, long story short,
awesome.
His I believe it was his middle son kept getting too close to the stove, and they were like, "Come on, Dad, okay, you're too close, and they kept doing it. And finally, Matthew said one day, "Let him fucking touch it. Let him touch it.
That's gonna hurt.
He'll fucking never do it again." Sure enough, the kid fucking touches the thing, starts howling, of course, and solved the problem. Never went near the stove ever again. You know what I
That's
mean?
pretty fucked up.
They raise them tough in Maine. They raise them tough in Maine.
It's a lot different there in Maine. Frank,
To this day, the kid has no fingerprints.
yo, he's good. He's gonna be like a mass murderer.
Kid
now.
hasn't left his house. He's afraid to leave his house.
No longer has a government name because they can't find him.
Yeah, it's good. I have this thing with Kurt. It just being who you are, I figured, and I'm sure you'll want to jump on this too. I told my son when he's 16 and when he graduates high school, you could pick any discipline of martial arts, and I'll fight you, box you, MMA, no-gi, gi, judo,
16.
wrestling. 16, you pick it, and all I'm hoping is this kid picks boxing. Because I'm stronger, I know I'll fucking clock that little bitch. He picks wrestling. I go, huh.
He picked it already?
He picked wrestling. That's what he wants. So, like, I'm just trying to, like, prepare myself to be the 16-year-old, which I think I will when he's 16. Hopefully he stays small.
Yeah, he's got to.
But when he graduates high school, he gets to pick another thing. And I'm sure he'll pick wrestling again. And I'm thinking now, my wife's like, you're so dead.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, Curdy's going to smoke you. She's like, you can't even, like, tie your shoes at times. How are you going to beat Kurt? And I'm going to train. I'm going to do so much fucking steroids.
Yeah,
I'm going to be so sauced out of it.
I know a guy.
Yeah. I'm starting juice tomorrow because I'm getting ready. Like,
it's not juice, it's called TRT now. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is go to your doctor and be like, I don't know what's happening. But that's me and his thing, between me and him. And he's
That's
like,
cool. That's cool.
He's like, what's up, Pablo? I'm going to kick your ass. I'm like,
The first person that ever kicked my ass in my life was my dad. Like, legitimately.
yeah, mine too.
Yeah, like
He
legitimately.
got lucky, though, that night.
We got into an
He
argument.
got lucky. Hit me one shot.
Yeah, same thing.
I was
My dad
out.
literally looked me right in the eyes and punched me right in the fucking face, like fucking, like floored me, like
Yeah.
hit me right square between the eyes. I never thought he was gonna do it. So, and I deserved it. I 1,000% deserved it. But
Usually.
I fought back after that, which just ended up. I couldn't punch my dad because it was too crazy. But I definitely fought back. We just had a big WrestleMania on my front porch, and we completely tried. I remember the grill just fucking disintegrated and went
Who
to a
won?
million pieces. He got tired. My dad got tired.
He got tired.
Like,
And you gave him mercy?
yeah, I
Or you
just
weren't
got
dick,
up.
you
He
weren't
was
being a
on
dick.
bottom, and he couldn't catch his breath, and I just got up and left. And I moved out for like 2 months after that.
Well, now.
But I left bleeding, bro. He punched me right in the I totally deserved it. I was
Why?
so...
You're saying shit?
Yeah, I thought I told you the story. I used to work for him in high school. I wanted a nice car in high school.
What did your dad do?
What did he? He owned a couple gas stations and a convenience store, right? So, because I played sports in high school, but my sophomore year or my junior year, I wanted a nice car. I wanted to buy my cousin's GMC Tahoe. It was nice. And my dad wanted to give me a piece of shit. My grandfather wanted to give me this old Eagle Rambler. It's like a wood-paneled four-wheel drive station wagon, biggest piece of shit you've ever seen in your life, and I refused. It's like, I'm not driving that. So he's like, well, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I'm going to ride the bus for this fucking year, and then I'm going to buy my cousin's truck next year. And he's like, well, that's a lot of money. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll figure it out. So they made me quit sports to get a job because I wanted a fucking nice car. Stupidest thing I ever did. I should have stayed in sports, but I was trying to be the cool guy. Anyway, I had to start pumping gas for him. Every day after school, I had to go to his Stu Bend location, like a couple towns over, and pump gas and stock coolers and stuff like that to pay for it because I had a bank loan, right? Made me get a bank loan, co-signed for me. And I was no way he was going to make me miss this fucking payment. So I broke it. I think I burned the clutch out in it. And I still had to go to work and stuff, and it was sitting at my buddy's garage. Well, at that time was when my dad was getting divorced. My parents were getting divorced, and my dad was... he was going through a tough time, so he wasn't very poignant with showing up on time to pick me up. He was kind of just, doing his own thing. He was a little depressed and kind of living a wild man life for a little bit. And probably his head wasn't quite right either. Anyway, the store's closing. I got nobody to drive me home. The store clerk's not going to drive me 2 towns over, so I'm calling him on a payphone. I'm calling him. Finally, he answers. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, you're supposed to pick me up." I didn't say bro because he would kill me for that. I said, "Dad, it's like you're supposed to pick me up at 9 o'clock. It's like 9:30. Everybody's waiting to go home. Like, are you coming?" He's like, "I'll be right there." I pulled in and I started giving him an attitude, giving him lip. And he said, "We're going to get your truck right now. Like I'm doing you a favor. I'm picking you up. You broke your truck. We're going to go get that thing and you're bringing it home," because it was at my buddy's house, like right down the road. We go get it. We're arguing the whole way there. He's probably not in the best of moods because he's going through a real shitty divorce.
Sure.
Being married 25 years or whatever. But anyway, we get there and we're a full-blown argument by the time we get there. I remember him taking his glasses. My dad takes his glasses off shit serious, right? We're in the car. He takes his glasses and he chucks them down like that, and he gets out and he's like, "Let's go," right? Because I'm being a dick. I'm just being a disrespectful dick. And he squares up with me, and I'm a little nervous. I'm like, because I always saw my dad as like the tough guy. My dad's a tough guy. You know what I mean? Like, especially back then in high school. And I'm like, shit, man, this probably not going to end well, right? So he squares up with me and he pushes me, right? So I push him back. Somehow we get a hold of each other. It just starts in this big headlock WrestleMania thing. We land in this big pile of scrap iron behind my buddy's house where my truck was. And a piece of scrap metal goes through my dad's arm. And he looks at it, and I just see him look at it, and blood is pumping. And he's like, "You're going to get it now," right? And I'm like, oh, shit. So I start running.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I'm running down the road, and he's running after me. Well, I knew I had more wind than my father. He didn't have the gas tank to catch me. So I'm running, and I'm kind of taunting him a little bit. I'm like, "You can't catch me, old man," or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So he gets in his car, and he catches me in the car, and he jumps out, and I take off running again, right? So then I make it.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I make it.
This is all happening in Maine.
This has never happened before.
But
Me and my dad have never
right?
had. Yeah, this is Maine.
Yeah.
We've never ever had a physical altercation ever. So up to this point, right? So I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking bad. I get to Route 1, a major road, and he pulls up. He rolls the window down, and he said, "Don't fucking come home." My dad doesn't swear either. He's like, "Don't fucking come home." So now I'm like, holy shit, I got a broken down car. I'm 2 towns over. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and it's dark, and like I can't go home. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm in high school. It's like during.
And there's definitely. I mean, this is like late '80s. There's no cell phones.
Yeah. No, definitely didn't have a cell phone.
None.
So he takes off. He burns out. Takes off, and I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. Like, what am I gonna do? But I'm stubborn as a mule, right? So I'm like, all right, I'll figure it out. I'll move out. I'll do something, but I still got to get there, and I still got to get my shit, right? Right about then, my buddy Eric is going by in his truck, and he like sees me, and he's like hits the brake and pulls over. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Give me a ride home," right? I jump in. I was like, "I'll tell you on the ride." So I'm telling him the story. He's kind of laughing, like, "Oh shit, he's doing what you guys are doing, right?" We get to my dad's house.
Is he pumping you up in the car? Are you getting all?
He's giggling and laughing.
But you're getting like, "I'm going there. I'm gonna show him who."
No. I just wanted to get my shit. I literally was like, I was done because it was a tough time. My parents were going through a divorce. My mom wasn't living there. My dad was just in a bad mood a lot because he was in a tough situation. So about to lose half his shit. So anyway, we get there. Right as my dad is walking in the house, I see him walking in. So I'm like right behind him. We pull in, and I'm like, "All right, man, thank you. I'll call you, if I need you, whatever." And he's like, No, I'm staying here. I'm watching this, right? So he just backs up, throws it in park, right? So I'm like, oh shit. So I walk into the porch. We have like this screened-in porch. I lived in a log cabin, of course, in Maine at the time. We had a big screened-in porch around it, right? It had like a hot tub on it, a grill, firewood, bunch of shit. I walk through that door, and I get to the main door to go into the log cabin. I grab the door handle, and he rips it open, looks at me, he goes, "You're not coming in here." And he's pissed, like veins are popping out of his neck and stuff. And I tried to push past him. I didn't say nothing. I just tried to push past him. He pushed me back, and I looked at him, and he just looked me right in the eye and fucking blasted me right in the face. Like, blasted me. I was like, holy shit. Hit me hard.
Your mouth, your nose, your eye.
Fucking popped me right in the eyeball. I was like, holy shit. And I deserved it. I was being a disrespectful little asshole, so I definitely deserved it. But I didn't know what to do. I'm like, it's a pivotal moment, and you have like seconds to react, right? So I'm like, tackle him. So I just tackled
How old?
him.
18?
No. I'm sophomore or junior, maybe 16, 17, 16,
okay.
17,
Yeah.
17 maybe. And 17, because my parents got divorced when I was 17. So I tackled him. And he kind of tackles me, and we're kind of wrestling around on this screened-in porch, and we fall into the grill and land on it, and the grill literally it looked like a yard sale. And I ended up on top of him somehow on this, and he was out of gas. I remember looking at him, he's just like, but he's got that look in his eye, like that death stare, and I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? So I walked in the house, I grabbed just a few things and left, and I moved in with my buddy Danny and his family for like 2 months, and finally at some point we made up. And, you know, in retrospect, it was a shitty thing to do to my dad, because I felt like he had nobody at the time. He had me, so,
Yeah.
you know, and I kind of just left him high and dry to when he was going through like probably the worst moment of his life. But, yeah, I totally deserved to get punched in the face. But the only physical altercation me and him ever had in my entire life, ever. You know, that was a bad day. It was a bad day.
Yeah, those are always hard.
I like to punch my kids now.
Bro. I try
Times are different.
I try
You
to
get in
pick
trouble
fights
now.
with Kurt. I'm like, you want to go, bitch? Like,
Yeah.
you do that now.
Oh, you're
and these
fucking...
kids, like, kids are suing you. I told my dad and my mom, like, hey, listen, because you circumcised me, I'm going to sue you.
yeah, right?
And my dad's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Donna, what is he talking? And I'm like, listen, I hear people are doing that now.
yeah.
If there's anything in it for me right now, I'm going to, you know,
Yeah,
you guys are old, I'm going to sue you.
Frankie's going to sue because they didn't circumcise him.
Yeah, it got
No, it's not true.
real quiet.
Yeah.
Prove it.
It's not true. It's not true. That's actually not true.
Do it for the show. Prove it.
He's got to go clean his wrinkles.
His wrinkles.
It's funny.
Yeah, man. So you guys,
anteater?
I guess we all got that to look forward. At some point, your kid's going to challenge you. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely going to talk back and maybe.
It's slowly happening. It's like not in a disrespectful way. Like I was good at video games. I mean, not good, but like I could beat him in anything.
Yeah.
In anything, I could beat him in it. And now it's like, hey, you want to go for a race? And even with like no knee, I'm like, let's go. You know, you want this? You want this? I was gonna go. And like I can't beat him. I can't. It's pissing
Bro,
me
my
off.
oldest, man, I mean, he's 140 pounds, dude.
He's a big kid, man.
He's 140 pounds. He's pretty fucking fast, too.
Is he? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny because he wasn't into sports as much as like, you know, Tino and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But he started getting into football, and we're at the football field one day, and he's wearing his slides and shit. He's like, come on, let's race. I'm like, all right, I'm going. I'm like, holy shit, I'm pumping now. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're moving.
Yeah.
Like your son's my nightmare. Because I hope Kurt stays so small.
I know,
because
I
I'm
know.
afraid he's just gonna like one day just be like I wake him up when he comes to my house. You know, like I get him 50% of the time. So like when he's at my house, I wake him up by like slapping him, pulling the sheets off, throwing a cup of water on him. Because it's funny to do that because they're little, you know, and like. Or I'll bring like little Millie and Jimmy, his brother and sister, will go in there and they'll attack him and just beat his ass. And I'm worried when it turns over.
I'm already prepping. I'm already prepping Tino for that because honestly, I had to tell Sebastian that was Steve. Really? You know, because when Sebastian came back, Sebastian, I wrestled him. I'm like, holy shit, you know what I mean? It's crazy how good he is,
Dude.
right? And I'm like, dude, don't be beating up your dad. You know what I mean? He could have beat your ass all these years. He helped you out, you know? Don't go over there and abuse your dad.
So that's
So
what
I'm telling Santino the same shit. Like, yeah, I could whoop your ass right now, and I don't. You know what I mean?
Well,
let that be known. You know what I mean?
the problem is that like Steve probably beat his son's ass in wrestling in the beginning, right?
To a degree, but
To
like
a
I'm
degree.
saying, like, and that's cool. But like that was for your
You're
benefit.
good.
Yeah.
So I did that to Francis.
yeah,
right?
That's for his benefit,
But
though, right?
now like Francis comes in, I have a whole gym full of people. Like parents, and he comes in to see me and he's like, hey, and I got my sling on, and he comes in the back and his finger finds its way in my butthole. And I'm like, there's fucking people looking, stop. And he's like biting and growling. I'm like, dude, stop it. And everyone's laughing, but they don't see where his fingers being grabbed in my ass. And I'm like, fucking stop, man, please. And I get him to go away. I'm like, dude, I'm like, stop it. Or if I'm sitting down on the wall because I can't move, And like he's like abusing me, and he'll come over and he'll just shove his dick into my and like, cut my face, and I'm like, dude, there's a whole class full of people here, man. Like, what's
if anybody would like to sign up for Kurt's class, where can they join?
Yeah, in Wall, New Jersey, it's great. But like that's just the way it is. Like I love that kid. I have nothing I wouldn't do, and he always tells he's as what you do to Kurt is what you kind of do to me, but he's my son, so I really had fun with Francis because he loved it, and he was a special breed of kid.
Francis is the firefighter kid?
Yeah.
Let's, for people that don't know what we're talking about, he's a Jersey City fireman, right?
Yes.
And he's got a fight. He just had his first fight, UFC, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He trains under you, and he's got a second one coming up soon?
Yeah, soon.
Yeah. So
Not booked, but soon.
Yeah, not booked, but soon. So he'll be fighting.
Kurt was just
soon.
showing us pictures when he started with Kurt at 11 years old. He's this little shrimp bob. What was his nickname? SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
And now he's this fucking brick. What's his full name?
Francis Marshall.
Absolute brick shithouse now. You should see this kid.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I always tell him, like, listen, I made this.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you did the work, right? I told you which avenues to go through.
You laid out the blueprint, right?
Yeah, just don't like help me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he is like, if someone, I remember I was walking through the airport and I couldn't even walk through the airport without a wheelchair during COVID, because we were flying over Louisiana to fight with Tim Crater's promotion down there. So that they didn't believe in COVID, and so it's
I love it.
It was great. Like they didn't like. Louisiana, Mississippi was like, there's no COVID here, so there was no mask law. They didn't give two shits, and so that's where we were. And like I remember, like he pushed me in like a wheelchair, and we were coming home from a fight, and someone in a car in New York, in a Newark airport, almost ran me over. He fucking kicked the car. Like that's what I would do. Kicked the car, walked over to the guy in the windshield, and like tried punching it. And I'm like, Francis, I love that. But like I felt so old, but I literally couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I knew he had my back at that moment. And I kind of felt like that like father figure coach, kind of like he'll never let no one hurt me at this moment.
This knee thing plagued you for a long time, huh?
Dude, it was bad.
What did you say? 7 years you were?
7 years. I mean, I couldn't walk around my block.
That's insane.
Driving, like I stopped training with Marcelo because I couldn't make it to the city.
What were you dealing with, like bone on bone? And why so long to get it fixed?
I think there's a total of 14 or 13 knee surgeries on my leg.
What?
Wow.
One leg.
Wow.
All through my UFC career, I would just get a meniscus after almost every fight, and then the ACL, and then it was just tore up.
Wow.
Yeah, I got beat up. It's like my body fell apart when I retired. Completely fell apart. You know, then you see people like Frankie who fought all this. Like I couldn't even do a grappling tournament. I'm like, why is this happening to me? I'm arthritis. Like it's crazy. I can get through my day. If I don't train, I'm good.
Yeah.
If I start training, my wife calls me shuffle feet because I get up in the morning, take like fucking 8 pisses at night. It's the worst.
I'm there with you now.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
That's all you hear is throughout the night, my socks. Because if I just start stepping, I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
And I'll fall over.
Just get the
You
big
sleep
wool
with
ones.
socks?
No, but like, no, I don't even know why I said socks. You know who sleeps with socks on?
Psychos.
Bro, Dustin Poirier sleeps
Does he
with socks
sleep
on.
with socks on?
How do you know
Dustin's
this?
my dude, man. He's
yeah,
awesome.
I
bro.
love him. He used to sleep at my house for like training back in the day. And he'd come to the house and sleep. And I'd wake up in the morning, I'm like, yo, you sleep with those on? And he's like, you don't sleep with socks on? I'm like, no.
Hell no.
Who sleeps with fucking socks on? I don't even like having socks on. I like, you sleep with socks on? And then like our ongoing joke, I just send him pictures of me laying in my bed with socks on. And he'd be like, me too, woo. And then he had socks on. It was funny, but like that's like his thing. It was, I don't know why he does it. You'll never know. He's a madman.
Yeah.
Damn. It's like sleeping with socks on is like having sex with a condom.
What are those?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactamundo.
Someone
no
told
mask, no condom crowd right here.
Yeah.
No protection.
I got to tell you, you know, that pull-out game I had for years was amazing.
Yeah, it was good, right?
And then Jimmy came. And I'm like, wait a minute, my streak. What are you telling me? It was good.
Pull and pray. You must have forgot to pray that day.
I don't know. I think I was hammered.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait to tell Jimmy, you're made from a night out to Broadway, pal. It was a lot of love that night.
Hey, that means it's
Here you came.
you're a passion child, right?
Yeah. He's the man, though, that little one.
Now does he gravitate to wrestling already? Is Kurt like his man? Is Kurt he's like his god, right?
Kurt is. First, he hated wrestling because Kurt was playing football. So that's when he kind of knew what was going on. So now he's a football player, hates wrestling. Now Kurt's wrestling, and the only thing he wants to do is go to the Borough High School matches to hear the music. Dad, put the music on. Like he puts his singlet. He for 2 whole days he only wore a singlet and headgear and his wrestling shoes.
That's awesome,
dude. Please put. So we would put sweatpants on him and a long sleeve shirt. And then bring it to my mom's house, and he would get undressed, and that's what he had on. And my dad's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "His brother's his hero."
That's awesome.
He had to call him Kurt for a couple days. Like, I'm not Jimmy, I'm Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loves Kurt. Like his fucking.
That's the best, bro. That's
his
the best.
hero. Like
best.
Kurt will come over. I told him how to give the finger. So, and he does it to anyone.
Yeah.
Because one day he came out and he was like, "Dad, I got a scratch on my finger." And I couldn't see what he was doing. What finger? He's like, this one. And I was like, who taught you that at the gym? Because that's what we used to teach Kurt how to say hello when he was a kid, to give people the finger. So his thing is giving everyone the finger and thinks it's funny. Yeah. So he'd be her and he'd be like, and he got a little dork with glasses on, thinks he's like Spider-Man.
There's nothing cuter, man. There's
Flipping
nothing
people
cuter.
off. It's so funny, dude.
I taught my daughter that too. I shouldn't admit it, but I did, and she that's her favorite thing to do. She knows to only do it to me though. She'll FaceTime me and do it and just click end. She just FaceTime me. I'll be like, hey, then boom,
and you're like, damn it.
Yeah,
it's funny. Yeah, that is the one thing. And he, like, at any opportunity, he'll come over and see Kurt, and after a match, he'll be like, hey, Kurt, you suck. Dude, it's really fun. I'm like, Jimmy, he just lost. He don't know. Don't tell him he's then flip him off. Or if Kurt comes in to pick up his bag, he forgets his bag, and Melissa came into the house, and Smurf was inside, and she just came in because Kurt was coming in the house, gets on, and Jimmy was sitting at the table, and he sees Kurt, he's playing with his toys, and he's like, hey, Kurt, you bitch. And Melissa's like, what? Did he just call Kurt a bitch? I'm like, sorry. It's like
there's nothing cuter than that. There's nothing cute.
That's he hears it from me, so he says it to him. And but like,
so funny.
Kurt is his hero. Like Kurt goes bike riding with them, walk him around the block, and bring him to the football field. And
that's awesome.
Like the kid, those 2 kids are super lucky. He loves them.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's his hero.
So he'll be a wrestler then, most likely.
My wife was my girlfriend during my whole wrestling career. That kid has no chance not being one.
Right, okay.
She's like, this motherfucker is wrestling. I'm like, babe, I don't. Let's let him play like chess.
Yeah.
How easy that would be.
Golf.
Yeah.
So what are the odds of that though? That you dated Smurf? What's her real name?
Tara.
In high school, right? High school or grammar school?
High school. Then you have a family. Did she ever settle down? No, never had a family.
And then she literally, unsolicited, walked into a bar that you were in, and boom.
Well,
yeah, more to the story. All right. You send her dick pics on Facebook.
I can only send her like half because it doesn't fit. My dick doesn't fit all the way in the camera. I'm like, oh, here's a shaft. I send it in clips, So
because of the belly.
God, fuck.
Damn, dude. We just talking about
that. Was really sad.
For real, man. What the fuck, Roger?
Come on. Set himself up. That was too good.
Why are you laughing at that? That was really sad.
That was too good.
Thank you.
Wait, are we not friends?
No, we're friends. That was really funny. Yeah, it was.
I'm not sticking my finger in your butt, but
not those fucking things. Look at that thing. We got a little finger. Put it right in there, but that.
No, but I'm interested in the story. Like, how did that all happen? That's a good story, man. You seem very happy now.
So, a long story short, we fucking hate long hair. It's the worst thing ever. I can't wait to shave it. Fucking tired of this shit. Hey, listen, if we beat Tom's River, the kids will shave my head.
That's the thing.
Can we beat you?
No, it's not happening.
You're a fucking douche. For me.
Why would you want to shave it? You got good. If I had hair like that, I would never shave. You got good hair. I'm going to Istanbul to get fucking hair. I literally just got some company. Frankie, this motherfucker got the same offer, and he sent me his pictures. I was like, that's the best. You got to send like sample pictures. I'm like, bro, that's the best head hair I've ever seen in my life.
I sent pictures, and I'm looking at my hair. I'm like, I don't need this shit.
It's the best
I got a high
hair
hairline. You know what I mean? I kind of always did. And I was like, maybe I'll get, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing a surgery and stuff. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, mine's real bad on top. So
I want to grow the Hulk Hogan. That's a bit like if this starts to go, I'm shaving it and growing long.
Never go.
Yeah. Wait, just on the sides?
I'll just keep the sides. I think that's so cool.
But you got good hair. Why?
No, I don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely getting a haircut.
A skullet, it's called.
Yeah.
Not a mullet, but a skullet.
Dude, I had one of those, a mullet. I love a mullet.
Yeah, you look like a mullet guy.
Yeah, I could do it. I'm a surfer, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't care. But with Smurfy, she moved back. She moved in California. I got divorced. I actually broke up with Smurf in May of 1998, and then started dating my ex. Then we get divorced, and I was lonely, dude. I was like, it was a really low part of my life. It was bad. Like, I did not make good decisions. I was not safe. I was definitely not healthy, and I was a very dangerous person because I really didn't give two shits. Living, or like I didn't care. Like, if maybe felt it would be easier if I wasn't here, kind of a deal. And I don't even. I mean, it was bad, and I knew she was home, and I knew that she would understand what was going on, and I wouldn't be judged, and she would believe my side and not judge me for me telling the truth of the good and the bad, because I don't really, I'm not really into lying, you know what I mean? So, but she would have to understand, and so I told one of my friends to contact her, and I would be at this bar at this moment in time, and that's how that all happened. But when she showed up, I was so gone, like cuckoo for Cocoa Pebbles, like drunk, high, probably doing drugs, just not myself. And we exchanged numbers, and I was like, I'll call you tonight. I didn't call her for a month, and then one day I just texted her because I just said, I can't keep doing this. This doesn't make sense to me anymore. And then from that moment on, she hasn't left my side.
That's amazing.
And we've just been super happy. We argue and fight. I win them all.
Yeah.
But she's really my best friend.
That's amazing.
I got super lucky.
Yeah.
My kids got super lucky.
Yeah, right.
Tara, definitely, how I look at it, saved my life. Because either that, or I was like moving or just vanishing off. I was so embarrassed. You know what I mean? There's so many weird things when you get divorced. Like,
I've been there, brother. Trust me.
You
I've
lose
been
like
there.
your best friend, and you just you don't know what you're doing. You didn't want to get divorced. You know what I mean? Like, and I tried, and it was better for both of us anyway. But like at the time, like I remember my friend telling me, in 6 months you're gonna laugh at this. And I was like, I'll fucking kill you. Who are you to tell me that? It's my fucking, I love that woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it. If I could have, that 6 month guy would have hugged me and been like, dude, you're really going to be okay. And I really was okay. You know, every day's a struggle, but it's
so hard to see it.
You just think it's the end of the world at that moment.
Yeah.
You can't describe it to somebody that hasn't been there, but it's like this, you look back on it, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But at the time, it's like this just dense, heavy fog that settles around you, and you can't see through it. You can't pierce it. You know what I mean?
No, it's really wild. What an experience that is, you know, and you know, it's.
You think you're a better man for living through it? I do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how I'm here.
Yeah,
I mean, it was really bad.
Yeah,
and I don't want to deny, I don't want to say the things I was doing to not be here, but Tara definitely saved my life in so many ways, because I mean, think about how strong you are and how tough you are. When you have everything taken away from you, you're like, what? You know what I mean? Like everything, not seeing your children every day, like because you got to figure things out, you know?
Yeah. Right.
And no one knows, like, you know, Melissa didn't know what was going on. She didn't. All she knew is that she didn't want to be with me, and me and her weren't together, and I didn't want to be with her no more, and life wasn't going good. We didn't know, you know. And girls are tough. Like to me, girls, you know, are okay in those situations almost, right? To where like I was dying, and I never knew if she was, you know what I mean? But I was dying. You know, going to couch to couch, trying to figure out where I'm going to be in my life, what's going to happen with the, you know.
Tell me if you felt like this. I felt like my life changed dramatically, and her life changed very little.
I mean, I think
because the marital home was where our life was. Our whole life was there. Yeah, and I had to leave that.
Yes. So in that situation, for sure, like, you know, like Melissa's working, she's crushing it. She's doing like really, really good in life, and she's a single mom raising 2 kids and affording everything. You know, she's killing it. You know what I mean? But like, I had 7 houses in like 2 years, jumping to house. One house was a shithole. The other house was the drug house. This house was the, you know, just it wasn't big enough. And then me and Tara started hanging out, and then I needed a house that could hold with 3 bedrooms, and then she was hiding and not sleeping over. Like, it was such a pain in the ass to try to reinvent yourself and try to be happy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, you know, I couldn't believe I got that lucky to rebound how I did. But I think it was my dad who told me, I was like 37 years old, and he's like, "You're such a young man." My dad was really hard on me, you know what I mean? And he was like, "You're such a young man." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "You have so much life to live.
Yeah.
You want to live that alone? Like, go be happy. You don't need to be the biggest swinging dick everywhere you go. You can be a polite, vulnerable guy if you have to be. But there's girls out there that are going to love you for who you are, not for what you did. There's people out there for you that's going to love you forever."
Amen.
And nothing against, like, she loved me for who I was. You know what I mean? I married her before I was anyone.
Right.
But, you know, when I ran to Tara, I'm like, man, that's my high school girlfriend. Never married, no babies. How did I'm never letting that go. And now she's great. Super lucky.
We love you, Smurf.
Smurf.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
And then when you build yourself back, right, from like rubble, you feel so much more accomplished. I do. You know, I'm not saying that I'm wildly successful or anything like that, but what I have is mine, and I built it, and I made it, and I'm doing the dad thing on my own, and I'm fucking proud of it.
And dude,
you know what I mean? I love it.
Do you celebrate Mother's Day? I do.
Do you? No?
I'm a mom and a dad.
Roger does breastfeed though.
Does he? Oh,
no, but I'm interested. I wouldn't. Jenny's a good mother. I wouldn't rob her of Mother's Day, so I have Father's Day. So you have the mother of your kids is a good mother, right?
No, yeah, she's
so
great.
Why do you celebrate Mother's Day?
Because I'm also a mother.
Does she celebrate Father's Day?
I don't know, but I hope not. I like to when like a Mother's Day. Like, I have friends like, "Happy Mother's Day, Kurt." I'm like, "Thanks, buddy. It's been a crazy year."
That's awesome.
You know, just as a joke.
Because
like I made like on Facebook like a dad's union group page about like, you know, dads that are divorced or this or that, and our hero is Michael Keaton from
Batman.
No,
come on.
Jeez,
He's quick with it. He's quick with it.
What was that movie?
Multiplicity.
First of all, one of the greatest movies ever.
That's great.
I
like
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom, and it's more like making fun of moms, like how great we men are compared to moms, and how we can do things faster, better, stronger, and I can change a diaper at one hand. It takes you 2 hands. You know, when I take a baby wipe out.
The feminist movement is coming for us as you speak.
My God. I hope so. That'd be great. You can find me at any social platform, Kurt Pellegrino. Shut the baby wipe thing. Use a baby wipe. Shut it. Drove me nuts.
They don't shut it?
Just shut it.
You gotta shut it.
I did a whole seminar.
Dries out if you leave it open. That drives me nuts.
All right.
Have to shut it.
I did a whole seminar.
Why, you saying women leave it open?
They do.
Really?
I did a seminar teaching women how to shut that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was big. I had like 5 million women there.
Yeah?
Yeah, the MGM Grand. It was nuts. That, yeah.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Yeah, they get credentials and everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, had VIPs.
Yeah.
Brought them backstage. We had real babies, and I would teach them how to play with the baby and clean at the same time. It was nuts. It was a great turnout. Dad Junior Group page. It was pretty sweet. I'll probably get canceled from
Sponsored by Gerber, right?
I get why you celebrate Mother's Day now. I totally get it now.
Facebook is gonna be like, oh my god, Dad Junior Group page. Fucking pussies. But no, yeah, it's funny. Like, my wife went out one day and had the babies, and they were. She's like, and I was painting Millie's room. I'm painting her room, and then she went out. She put Millie to sleep. I didn't do it in our room. So I had the TV, I had the monitor. So I'm doing a live video of me painting and then telling everyone how I also put her to sleep while mommy's out food shopping. So I can paint and put the kids to sleep while mommy's out, gilly-gallying around in the supermarket. And like, her supermarket is a store, but mine's on my kayak, and I go fishing for mine. And my food are in the garden that I made,
right?
Like, as a joke, and like it like really blew up, and people were like, yo, that's really funny. You should keep doing that.
Oh yeah.
It was just funny to do, like, this kind of prank
hysterical.
on people. When you could prank on people and people would think it was funny.
Have you always been like a very hands-on dad from the time they were born, even when you were married to your first wife?
Stay-at-home dad.
I was like
the
totally
hardest job in the whole world.
It's funny because I went to my buddy. I won't say his name because they get all pissed off. But I went to my buddy's house. He's a dad. His kids are a little younger than mine, but he's got 2 now. And we went over there for a UFC fight, and the girls had gone out. Like, all the girlfriends and wives had gone out, and he's there. His kids are pretty much in bed. Like, they didn't even leave until the kids were like already in bed because they're younger. You know what I mean? And I look as we're hanging out, and there's this note written out, and I mean, it's step by step what to do. And I'm like, I almost said his name. I was like, you can't figure this out. Like, you need a note. Like,
a note for what? Like, what
to just tell them what time to feed them. Like, if they get a dirty diaper, you have to retrieve the clean one from here, and where the wipes are, and where like everything was broken down. And I'm like, my God, bro, like, you can't figure that out. Like, it ain't that fucking hard.
Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you, the only thing I need help with is if my wife's out of town and they're sick with the medicine. So my whole wall, like this back wall, is a chalkboard wall. So I write down, like, Millie's sick, this is how much Motrin she had,
Right.
blah blah.
Right.
Because that to
Goes
me,
by weight.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, and
Yep.
she's so good at it. But like, she's a school teacher.
Yeah.
So when I had 2 babies, not even like a year apart, not even a year. Yeah, a year apart. I think they're like 16 months apart, and 2 babies by myself, raising 2 kids for 8 hours.
Yeah.
2 different bedtime schedules and nap schedules, and she's at work and I was stuck home.
Right.
Like, it was nuts. So yeah, kids, it's like my thing. I'm so tired though. With my kids. they're in school now. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I go back
Take
to
a nap
fishing.
now. Right?
Yeah, I'm like,
Let's talk about that a little bit. You're a big time fisherman now.
yeah, love fishing.
That's awesome. Man.
Frankie's you like fishing?
I could fish.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like you like it though.
No.
That's what you do. You know what? Like, when I started fishing, when I retired, and it was like fighting. It's such a thrill to catch a fish, to cast
You
it.
know something? Okay, when I was a junior or whatever in college, one of Renee's sister's boyfriends came up to college. He's like, hey, let's go fishing. He's a gangster kid, but he liked fishing. I'm like, all right, let's go fishing. So we went fishing. In PA, I never even went fishing. But I was up there for like 3 years. We went fishing. I caught like 3 fish, 3 sunnies. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, fishing is cool as shit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I went and bought my fishing license at Walmart. I got myself a little tackle box and shit. I would
He's
go.
like a 7-year-old catching sunfish.
Listen. I would go to the river, the creek, whatever. I'd bring like this. My senior year, my spring semester, I had one class, Tuesday, Thursday. So I had nothing to do. Wrestling was over. I had nothing to do. So I was going fishing. Roll up a little L, go fishing, bring my little speaker with me. Didn't catch anything ever again.
Oh my God.
Ever again.
Yeah, but you just enjoyed, like,
No.
you didn't.
No.
You just
No.
like catching.
No,
shit.
I wanna
You're
catch
that
something.
guy.
Yeah,
You're that
yeah.
guy.
He
All
needs that line to straighten.
Yeah.
And I get it. Listen,
Yeah.
it's So I do Hobie kayak fishing. So I have like a kayak with feet pedals. So like I'm super into fishing. And now that in the summertime, I'd say I probably fish 6 days a week.
Surf fishing?
Surf fishing. Like I'll walk from the beach. I like the beach. I'm not really into the boats.
Island Beach State Park. Where do you go?
I do the river.
Okay.
In here, in the Manasquan River.
Yeah.
That's what.
There's that one beach where everybody walks the dogs, right?
Yeah,
before,
Doggy Beach. Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Doggy Beach.
Yeah. So I fluke fish in there and striper fish in there.
Okay.
Like I've been to the Raritan Bay at like 6 p.m. and got off at like 3:30 in the morning. Striper fishing, pitch black.
The big ones bite the best at night. I always hear, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I've caught some slobs.
Yeah.
And it's just like and my wife's like, why do you do it? I'm like, it's better than doing cocaine and heroin and
sure is.
Going out drinking and cheating on you. Like,
sure is.
You could guarantee me, I'm just sitting.
You can't fuck a fish.
Like, I tried.
Soccer would be one. That's a blowjob, I guess.
A soccer?
Sucker fish. You know what a
sucker? Like a sucker?
Fish, yeah. They got that pucker mouth.
Yeah.
You could get it.
DSLs. Got some DSLs.
I can make it weird with a fish. I'm sure I could.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's fun to fish. It's like I hate the winter months, so now I'm like trout fishing.
Right now, you can fish trout. Is trout freshwater?
Yeah.
Yeah. I switch over.
Where you go freshwater in?
Freshwater in. Look at him now. Now he's a master fisherman.
Yeah.
Freshwater in. Where do you go?
Is that what you call it?
Like I can't wait. Like I'll leave here. I'm gonna get a text. Yo, where we freshwater in tomorrow? I'll go like far in New Jersey, but there's obviously they stock a lot.
Tom's River, isn't that fresh? That's brackish.
So I fished the bay over here in Tom's River. I forget where I was, and they gave me a ticket because I parked in the parking lot, but you're not allowed to park there in the off season. And I'm like, what? There's
you telling me no Roger?
Shut up.
Would have got you nowhere. Would have got you absolutely nowhere. You would have got a double ticket.
Anyway, I would have arrested me and been like, I don't know. It's
we don't want your kind in Tom's River. You get out of here, Kurt.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you know Frankie? I'm like, yeah. I'm from Point Pleasant. Like fucking click. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, I think he likes me. I'm sure. Please call him. Don't call Roger. He's so tall. He's so tall. Handcuffs don't fit on him.
Oh shit.
Oh yes, they do.
So here we go. He
him.
loves the personal digs. He loves them. He loves them.
He's got the handcuffs that go behind the back. You know?
So handcuffs had nothing to do with that situation.
I don't even know if they could go behind my back. I don't think my shoulder would even allow it.
Roger go behind your back.
Finger in the butt.
I'm nervous. Not that fucking fair. Look how big his. I'm sitting over here before.
It's like losing.
Frankie loves that finger. That's Frankie's. He calls it.
Honestly,
it second knuckle.
I got some fingers that can go.
Ooh,
this will go around the corner. This will go around the corner.
Yeah, that would hurt so much. Look at my little bitch hands.
You guys have fucking destroyed yourselves, man. You guys are hot, fucking blown out knees. Couldn't fucking walk for 7 years. Your fingers are fucking fat. Your ears. What you got for ears? Your ears all jacked up?
Yeah. I got like. Hold on.
Oh, not as bad as Frankie's.
So this one's no ear hole.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
His are good. His are just
okay.
like mine.
Oh, that's not that bad.
What?
I mean, you can tell that you're definitely a fighter. You don't want to fuck with you,
Listen.
but compared to yours, bro, come on.
Let's show me your cauliflower. You got to bend over for that.
Yeah, I've seen it. It was nasty.
You saw it.
Prolapse.
It was nasty. I was there for like a minute. That was in and out.
Yeah.
The people know how big you really are.
See, I don't think I'm that big. You think I'm big?
Yeah.
You're 6'4", bro. Not many
Jesus.
6'4" people.
I'm mad.
Bro, I hate to tell you. I just seen something.
Fuck.
Like what are you, how tall are you?
I told the doctor yesterday I was 6'4".
How tall?
And they looked at me like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How tall are you?
5'7"?
No.
5'8"?
You look a lot better.
5'8".
than
Okay,
Frankie.
good. Because 5'9" and under, we live longer. People over 5'9", they don't live as long.
Teletape said I was 5'7". I tried to.
5'6". I'm 5'6", I think.
Yeah.
So
how long do you want to live to? It's really about quality of life. It's nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with how long you live. It has to do with living a good life.
I'm just saying.
What age? Yeah. I'd rather live a great life where I can fucking do physical shit and die at 70 than I would be a crippled.
70?
I don't want to die at 70, but I'm saying, just giving an example, and be able to live a pretty fulfilling life where I could go fishing and I could do shit, than fucking ride a couch for 20 years.
Fresh water.
Fresh.
You know, my mom and dad
water
are
in.
70 years old, and I think they're living their best life right now.
Yeah.
They love the babies.
That's awesome.
Curdy and Priscilla, like they're so different from what they were when Kurt and Priscilla were little kids, and my brothers had kids. They're all getting older now, but like the little ones now, they're like making them younger to where I'm like, Dad, you're like my hero.
I'm envious of you guys that you have that, both of you. You have family so close.
It's so cool.
I don't have that at all.
Yeah.
I got nobody around here. It kind of sucks.
You got me, buddy.
I got you, pal. Uncle Frankie.
Come on.
You want to be Uncle Kurt?
Listen, I'm
Uncle
a great
Kurt?
uncle.
All
I'm
right.
so much fun.
All right. And Aunt Smurf.
Oh, Aunt Smurf.
Aunt Smurf. I love it.
She's great. She's a teacher.
What if they call you Uncle Batman? Is that going to piss you off?
Nah, well, I'll live with it. I'll live with it. It's fine. I've been called worse. It's such a fucked up name, Batman.
How did I don't get? I kind of like it.
know the story's
I like
great. Now I know the
T-shirt,
story.
Fucking
Yeah.
T-shirt, and
Yeah.
I don't even have it no more. Francis has it, and he has to take care of it to give to Kurt.
Of course.
So it's
Makes
been
sense.
here for so long.
Passing,
That's
the
very
passing
cool,
of the
though.
torch.
You know, when I was fighting in the UFC, who was Robin? The old Robin? What? Bert? No, the old Robin. If we could,
like Rob
The-
Batman.
the
and
original?
Robin?
the original, like the pow, bing, ding.
Yeah.
The original.
The original. The Robin called me.
The original Robin.
Yeah,
Called you?
yep. Called me and wanted to fly me out to California to just have like lunch and dinner with him for the day.
You sure you just
And-
weren't doing heroin back then? You just random
The
stranger
original.
called you?
He wanted to bring.
Swear to God.
Really?
He wanted to
because
hear
your
the
name
story.
was Batman.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. The UFC gave him my contact, or asked if they could. I said, yeah, sure.
Really?
What's it? Not Bert Watson? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Burt Watson. You know, Burt Watson's the.
No.
We rolling.
No, yeah,
That's
no.
Burt Watson.
No, but I think that was his name.
Oh, really? Get out of here.
He wanted to fly you to California.
I'm just wondering.
Just
I'm just
because your
wondering.
name was Batman?
Did like the Batman?
I
did have
think
a
he was
little-
dead.
Did I know?
Oh,
But
what's that?
did Robin have like? And he didn't miss the Batman,
Or maybe he
Did he
wanted
miss
a
the
little bit.
Batman?
Yeah, he wanted.
and he wanted you to
He
bring
had
the
the Papa
Batman
Bear.
back.
They didn't want a little bit of the cub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew I was a little, yeah, he knew I was going to be a little rougher.
Yeah. You might have been locked in that basement for a little bit.
Yeah, I'd have been like, fuck. I'm gonna get out of here. It's a dungeon. I want to show you his room. What kind of swing is that?
Pulp
He's like,
Fiction.
you're gonna find out what type of swing that is. I'm like, damn it, Roger has one of those.
Yes,
things.
I do. Yes, I do. Frankie's been in it many times.
Ah,
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, I thought that was a cool moment.
Oh, that's
I
fucking
thought that was
awesome.
cool. I'm like, I never. Even, he's like, do you watch the show when you're a kid? I'm like, nah, never.
like, listen.
Seems like you're not invited.
Yeah,
You just went to. You're out of business class
Yeah,
now.
I think a fight. I think I had ended up fighting George Santaropoulos. So I was like, yeah, I can't make it. I got to fight. But after that,
Is he the Australian guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was tough, man.
he's tough.
Yeah.
He's so ugly.
He was.
Yeah,
bro.
he was not a good looking dude.
Nah. And I really think I'm a handsome dude. So like fighting ugly people usually
Just
piss me off.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck, if I lose to an ugly guy, I'm gonna live with
Damn.
that forever.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, though, you lose. He's still ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
That's
Frankie. Good
honestly what makes me sleep better
Yeah,
at night.
yeah, for real.
I'm like,
Good
he's
point.
fucking still ugly and looks
You
weird.
know, like honestly, when I was coming, like when I wrestling matches, I would lose wrestling matches. I'd be like, I'll fuck that dude up. Though. I'll fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
when you lose a fucking fight, what do you say? Shit,
He was at
I'm better looking than that guy.
his main
Oh, you
thing
do the
was
9
like,
times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, I'd get you.
yeah, he would tell people that he was like, yeah, I took Kurt down, and Kurt took second in the state twice in New Jersey. I took him down. I'm like, yo, bitch.
Yeah.
I had a torn ACL in round 1. I still took you down and almost finished you in round 3. You want to, because then he went to Marcelo's to train for a little bit. And,
Who are you talking about?
The Australian guy?
George
Stephanopoulos.
Santaropoulos.
Yeah.
And I was like, you wouldn't take me down if your life depended on it and I was healthy. It wouldn't even be fair. I would abuse you on my feet. So he was going to the city, and like Marcelo like, hey Kurt, are you coming today? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, George is coming. careful. I'm like, I'm fucking on my way right now. But like, I couldn't even be in the same room with him because he was like talking shit that he could like take me down. I'm like, bro, we're not wrestling, we're fighting. It's so different. You know what I mean? You see great wrestlers get taken down. It happens.
Ballgame,
yeah, and I fell down anyway. My leg still hurts.
What do you remember as like your greatest moment in fighting?
I honestly, my God, I think it would be when I fought Thiago Tavares.
That was great. He was tough, dude.
He was tough.
He had a run in him.
Yeah, he was tough.
He had some eyebrows.
He's a doctor.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro,
Where? In Brazil?
Yeah.
Well,
Somewhere I don't fucking know, I didn't ask.
He did Brazilian butt lifts.
They told me he's a doctor now and like a legit doctor. But when I fought him, they told me like back then when we fought,
he did not look very smart though.
I think he was a handsome guy. I think he
Handsome,
looked
but
smart.
handsome guys don't look smart. Look at Roger. You know what I mean? He's handsome.
Hey, at least I'm handsome. I'll take it. That's a compliment from Frankie.
Yeah, he's handsome.
Normally I'm ugly and dumb.
6'4", handsome.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and then I'll get into Tiago. If we went out to a bar, how many girls are going to go up to Roger and pass us over because he's taller and handsome?
Yeah, a lot.
My
And
bar days are kind
plus
of
he goes
dumb.
tanning.
I don't go tanning. You keep saying that. I don't
You
go
look
tanning.
pretty tan.
I don't go. It's high blood pressure. I'm telling you.
No, so then if they know it's high blood pressure, they're like, his longevity is not really not there. I don't know. We're gonna hope he has a good insurance policy.
Yeah, that's why they'd marry him, just for that too.
You're actually right.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Then
right. We're
definitely-
screwed.
yeah,
there.
Hey, what are they gonna get?
He's got high blood pressure and he's handsome. He's
they're not
tall.
You're talking about me like I got a yacht and a Lamborghini or something. They ain't gonna get a lot.
Well, you're not getting shit
They're
from
gonna
me.
get a couple kids.
I got a house in Point Pleasant.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. That fight with Thiago, if you lose, I was getting cut. That was what I was told. And I was like, it was just one bad, after the Nate fight, I'm like, it was just one bad fight. It was a lot of shit going on personally. It was just a bad situation. I shouldn't even have fought, and it is what it is. No excuses, I lost. But, you're going to cut me if I lose? Like, it didn't sit right with me. And I was offered 3 fights and I chose him. And my agent or manager was like, you don't want that fight. You could fight these 2 easier guys. And I was like, yeah, but if I'm going to get cut if I lose, I want to know that I lost to one of the best guys in the UFC at the time, like one of them, So that fight, when I took it, he like made me wait like a week. And he's like, who do you want? I'm like, I already told Joe. That's who I want. I wasn't asking you your opinion. This is who I'm fighting. You don't like it, too fucking bad. That's what I'm doing. It was like when Rocky fought Clubber Lang. Like, hysterically crying, getting beat up by my training partners that were white belts and like, that just started fighting, for like, Ring of Combat and stuff. And like, I couldn't even beat a kid in the Tom Galecchio, right? So Tommy trained in the gi. You're not beating me in the gi. You beat me in the gi. What the fuck is going on? I remember I brought Kenny in for that training camp, and I got beat up so bad. I was getting taken down by people that would never even score on me, and I almost broke the window through like stuff. Like I went nuts. Took a week off. Like I was like riding bicycles, and like I literally lost my mind. Like couldn't put it together. I weighed 174 pounds the day of the weigh-in.
What?
And made 55.
Wow, holy shit!
Just like everything I was doing was brand new because Kenny was my new training camp. So new strength and conditioning coach, new boxing coach, everything was brand new. So I just was losing.
Weighed 174 pounds the day of the weigh-in?
Day of.
Holy shit!
And I was eating only the food I was supposed to be eating. I have no idea what was happening.
That's crazy.
Like I was maybe doing too much water, but I made 55 pretty easy. It came off pretty easy. And it was the best fight of my life. It was
sometimes
it was
just
the best
happens
fight
like
of my life.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, just kept like not getting tired, not giving up on myself. Just as like if I don't win this fight, I'm gonna live with my in-laws. I'm living with them. I don't want to live with my in-laws. Who wants to live with their in-laws if they can have their own house?
It's crazy because watching that fight, I mean, I remember watching it. You think as, just a novice sitting home, just a fan, you think like, this guy's got it made. He's probably living this fucking life. People don't realize how hard you guys have to grind
it was nuts.
to make it out of that.
Not easy.
I'm watching it thinking you're big time. Like, this dude's fucking big time. And you are in the scheme of fighting, in the realm of fighting, you're like top 5% in the world. But in the realm of making it huge, you're sitting at home watching it. You think you made it huge, but you're struggling to get by. It's crazy.
We had a house in Florida, and we had Priscilla, me and Melissa, and she didn't want to live in Florida, and she wanted to come home. And when that happened, we had money, but like we didn't sell our house. We couldn't sell the house. It just wouldn't sell. So we just left in the middle of the night. We just fucking packed our shit and went home. And we couldn't sell, so we did a short sale and whatever. Then I just had to pay like $10,000, and then we were out of the house. So we had no other house to go into. So one win would pay for a house. So I won that fight, and then one fight of the night, which back then was like $65,000 or $125,000.
Isn't it crazy that was more then than it is now?
Yeah, like I think it could have been either $65,000 or $100,000. And I mean, I was only getting paid like, I don't know, 15 and 15. So to make that kind of money, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with whatever I was fighting? The money that bonus money was like triple what I made. Right. So I bought a house, a Lexus, a BMW. We needed all this stuff. We didn't have any of it. Yeah. So it was so
timing was good.
It was crazy. My first fight in the UFC. You remember how much you got paid for your first fight in the UFC?
3-3.
3-3.
My fight was 2-2.
And he fought a fucking killer, bro.
Dude, first of all, that was a crazy first fight.
Fought a killer, bro.
3-3. Mine was 2-2.
Who'd you fight?
Drew Fickett.
That's still badass fucking dude, bro.
Drew was tough.
Badass dude. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. That was a crazy fight.
Yeah.
And
it was.
But I got fight night too for that.
Oh, you did?
It was like 20 G's, but still.
20, dude, that's a lot of money. $6,000.
Bought a Benzo.
Yeah, that was crazy. So, man, it's crazy. People like, you got paid
That's
how
when
much?
you were in that shitty contract too, right, with your manager? You had to give up a good chunk of that?
Yeah, bro. Remember? Yeah, I'm not going to say this guy's name, but yeah. The guy signed through it. Yeah, 33 1/3%.
Of that first fight.
33 1/3%.
And he was locked into it for what? Another
5 years, but I got out of it. 4 or 5.
So I never had a manager. My manager was the guy that owned the gym, and he didn't take $1 from us because he was
That's great.
That's
I
great.
never gave anyone any money until I signed with him. And then at the end of that career, maybe like my last 5 fights, he didn't even take $1 from me.
That's a good dude.
Never took anything.
Uncle Sam takes enough. You don't have to give any away.
So just weird how all that shit happened. And like, I was so stupid, and not stupid, just I was programmed just to fight. So shit for me, like I didn't know really what was going on or what was doing. Like you would tell me who I'm fighting, I'm like, oh okay. Like I would just train and just go about my day and drive. My whole day was driving. Like that fighting was driving. Passaic, Hoboken, New York City. You have these people now, they come to the gym like, oh dude, you're like 30 minutes away. I'm like, bitch, you don't got a fucking clue.
We talk about that all the time.
You don't got a clue what training is. Oh, 25 minutes and stuff. Dude. You live in Tom's River and you can't come into my gym in Wall. Like it's one road. Dude, I would take 1,000 roads. I would drive in Passaic and like yo, you could get fucking shot over here. I'm like, I don't care.
Bro, dude, traffic too, man. Oh my god.
I'm driving to the city. That was fun. Take the train, miserable. 2.5 hours on the train. Bro, it was miserable. Yeah. I'm eating on the train, like you're around all these fucking lunatics. You're like, oh man, it was a lot, and
that gets talked about often on the show. All the fighters that have fought in this era say the same thing. It's crazy how much traveling you have to do.
Tom's River is a bigger city than Point Pleasant, right? I lived in Point Pleasant.
Charlie
New Jersey.
Brenneman was talking about it. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like people,
Cody Garbrandt was talking about like crazy. He's like, I came out here to fight. He's like, I didn't realize how much I got to fucking drive everywhere.
Dude, it's driving. Like Francis drives everywhere.
State, that's what it is.
Yeah, you're a fighter. Be prepared. Like people, People ask you all the time, like, yeah, I want to fight. I'm like, dude, that's the last thing you want. You're not. You have to be a special human being to do what you did or what I did.
You do.
Right? And what you did for all that long, bro, like, I'd watch your fights. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, he still has it. Look at him going.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God, he's. I'm gonna have him retire. I'm gonna talk to him one day. Get him out of there. It's great.
Would have done
fat.
no good. You can't tell this guy anything. You can tell
I
this
didn't.
guy nothing.
I never said
now.
no.
We're here now.
I just tell him, like, I love you. Look at you, smashing everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it's you know, bro. Listen, you did it for so long, and people don't in this world. Like, I love personally the fighters that fight and have their names splattered all over them in the regional shows. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
What did you do? Or the kids that get like UFC tattooed on them, or like they wear like their shirt and like their whole camp has their shirt, and like everyone in the crowd has their shirt. I'm like, dude, here's your first step. Be as quiet as you can and just beat the fuck out of everyone, and you're gonna get noticed. The louder you are, you're probably more of a dipshit.
Right.
You know, I usually tell people, like Francis, you wouldn't even know, he doesn't even talk.
Yeah.
You know, unless he's in this group, he'd be. So,
Yeah.
Who was that one
Yeah.
kid that was in the UFC fight house? He was so fucking loud. And fuck, what was his name?
Julian Lane.
No, not Julian Lane. Julian Lane actually went on to have.
ran
He's
this
pretty
area.
good, bro.
Yeah, dude,
He went on. He's doing
fucking
well in
Bare
bare
knuckle,
knuckle. He's
yeah.
doing well. He's actually a good fighter, but might have even been that same season. The kid with the really bleached blonde hair.
Nah, Julian Browning.
Yes, that kid. Fuck,
legend.
you talk about.
Remember the guy? Like, he got someone knocked him out. Remember they go, come on, hit me.
No,
me.
that was Julian Lane.
Yeah.
No. It was this guy.
He did that.
Was?
They were like what? It was like whatever, 45 and like 205ers or 85ers, and he was like, "Hit me, good." And he let a guy hit him, and the guy
Fucking
knocked him out.
Yeah, the dumbest thing. I'm like, if you hit
One
me,
of those guys, maybe it wasn't.
Pretty sure it was
wasn't.
Julian. Yeah.
It definitely wasn't Julian, but it was someone else maybe. Then.
Yeah.
Man, I'm this guy. But that guy was nuts. He didn't do some shit. He didn't get in some shit. Julian Browning, he got into some shit.
He talked so much shit.
No,
like
he got
gonna
into
kill-
some like criminal stuff.
Oh,
or
did he?
something.
Probably.
I don't know. I read something about him.
bro. Reading's not my strong point.
No,
but
mine either, pal.
thank God for like TikTok where I can watch videos and have people
Exactly.
talk to me, and I'm just like, I was stuck in New York City, just complaining about my knee. I might need to get like a new knee again, and stuck on the TV was the worst channel in the whole universe, and I never even really watched the news really, and definitely not this channel.
I know what channel you mean.
Dude, like MSBC, whatever the fuck. Bro, it was so bad. And the shit that was coming out of these people's mouth. And I'm like, Smurf, shut that off. She's like, leave the TV alone. I'm like, listen to what they're saying. Listen to how crazy it is. The false allegations, what they're saying. Who believes this shit? Who even could...
Half of America. That's who believes it.
I can't believe that. This country is in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, even with like the army now, they're like going woke.
It made me realize
They're
Did
like,
you see though?
who my people were,
Did
though.
you see though that they repealed the
IRS.
IRS audits?
87 like
87,000 IRS agents.
That's the first bill, right?
I know. But did you see what else they did? I don't know. I just think I don't think it's going to pass. This guy that wants to abolish the IRS altogether
Completely.
and get rid of federal income tax.
Good.
Never happened.
No way. That's 30% of your fucking 40% of your
it's
money. Are you kidding me?
It's
Yeah.
political
Are you kidding
theater.
me?
We're being gamed the whole
It's all-
fucking
yeah,
time. It's
right.
political
Let's go.
theater. That's all it is. It'll never change.
Something has to change.
Yeah.
But,
But they're talking about a flat rate, right?
Mm.
He's saying let's do a flat rate. Yeah, I'm down, bro. Sign me up.
I'm down, but that means nothing. They're just fucking. It's just to make it look like they're actually fucking trying to do something. They're not. You know. Now, you think that's actually going to pass? Never.
No, what's right? But
Never.
so, how'd I open it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
there's too many hands in that money,
Too many hands. Yeah.
and it's like people that shouldn't even have their hands in it.
Correct.
They're never gonna. It could be like the people that you think are the good people.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
They all suck. There's only maybe a few good ones sprinkled in there, but for the most part, they all fucking suck.
Yeah. Fucking nuts.
Can't take it, bro. I can't take it.
Schools are
anymore.
getting crazy.
I know. That's where I feel like okay, we're never gonna change that, right? We're never gonna change that. I used to be like oh, voting's going to change. Fuck that. It's probably never going to change it. Even though I go vote every time locally, presidentially, I still do it because that's just ingrained in me. But where we have to draw the lines is what is our common ground. We're all fucking dads. Start fucking with our kids. I will fucking gut every fucking one of you.
I feel like we do live in a good area, though.
We definitely do.
You know?
We definitely do. We have, like, I spoke at a council meeting for the kids wearing masks, and then you have these moms. This one set of moms and their daughters wearing masks, and they're like, well, you guys should be wearing masks. And people, I was just like, listen, if you want to wear a mask, right, because you want to go to school and have fun and all that stuff, I get it. Wear a mask. Wear it. Like, I don't care. If I'm at a restaurant or a restaurant, I'll do it. I'll do it in any stores as well. If you wear a mask and you know who you people are, right, and it's under your nose, like this, I'll walk up to you and be like, put your mask on. You literally look stupid.
Yeah, because it's the dumbest shit in the world.
You're wearing a mask. Like, if I was here and you had a mask on over your mouth but not your nose, I'm like, I don't get it.
Bro, I remember going to the beach. And seeing people on the motherfucking beach, walking on the beach by themselves with a mask on. I just wanted to fucking take a 2x4 and go hit them in the head. Is that wrong with me?
No, I saw a guy in Florida swimming with it. You know, like the ones that you put, like, over, like, they protect your whole head.
The visor?
Yeah, and you can put it over, you know, it goes all the way down. He was swimming in Fort Lauderdale with that on.
I saw that.
And I'm like, Smurf, is this for real? He's in the ocean.
There's some videos, and I thought it was satire, but it wasn't. Of a dude at a car dealership. I saw this as a video. There's like one of the salesmen took it. He's got like this halo thing on his head, and then it goes down. It's got these streamers that say 6 feet away that go down, and it's a hula hoop around him that's like, you know, out to here, telling people, you know, it's like so people can't get in his vicinity, bro. This planet's not for you, bro.
Can you imagine being that scared though?
Yeah, no, I can't.
That's, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't.
You know, we were raised differently, right? You got to hope the kids that we're raising
follow suit
are just tough.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter's like, Dad, I got like there's kids in school, like dogs in school. I'm like, well, give them dog food. You know, pet them. She starts laughing. She's like, I can't do that. I go, what do you mean you can't? If I saw a dog in school, I'm going to pet it if it doesn't say, you know, service dog.
Correct.
So if she is a dog and she's fucking barking and panting, feed her.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Supposedly, it's okay. But my kids wore pajama pants to school, and I had to go bring them sweatpants because they can't have that.
But
because you're not allowed to have pajama pants. But yet a kid could fucking wear a collar and bark at my kid.
But that kid doesn't actually think they're a dog.
No,
they're doing it
for attention. Correct.
It's all for attention. That's all it's for.
Well, I identified as a horse for like a week, and it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had a good time, like neighing at my wife.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you doing?"
But did you know when they brought you down to the river? Did you drink?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thirsty.
Okay.
Take a horse to water. Yeah. See what you did there, Frank. See what you did there.
I was like, "Oh, fuck it, man. This ain't working. Give me a beer." Like, the horses drink beer, and the Smurf's like, "No." I'm like, "Fuck." How about a cheesesteak? She's like, "Again, no." Lasted. I mean,
nay.
Yeah, it was fun. I tried it.
It's insanity. It's being encouraged. They're encouraged insanity. It's a fucking illness. Is what it is.
Point's a nice little place. You know, it's small. I try to stay in that bubble. You know what I
Ocean
did?
County in general
did?
is a nice place.
Dude, do you guys have like a moose?
Moose Lodge?
Moose Lodge, yeah.
I do. I'm a member.
Hey,
Bro,
moose.
you can't even get into my Moose Lodge without swiping. The door won't even open for you.
I can't wait to get my card.
Oh, bro,
I'm
it's
a
the
mooser.
Best thing
Are
ever.
you?
I'm a fucking mooser.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's my people in there too.
Yeah.
It's my people.
This guy's a moose guy.
Actually, we ran into one guy that wasn't. I don't think he's
Really?
a member anymore. Yeah,
Really?
one dude.
What?
Got into an argument. The first time we ever went there, we got in a fucking full-blown argument with this guy. Started out real friendly. We're buying each other drinks and gambling. They get those little gambling tickets you can buy. And started out real friendly, and then he fucking said something that, you know, was fucking real anti-American, and kind of got into it with him a little bit. And he called us a bunch of Nazis. And then he left, and then everybody in there started applauding us, and we were newbies.
Yeah.
We just got in there, and they were like, fucking, that guy's a fucking asshole.
I'm going Sunday for the moose.
Oh, bro, it's the best.
Frank, do you know what that's about?
I don't know about the moose.
Oh,
Join the moose.
gotta
You'll
come to the
feel
moose. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, the drinks are amazing.
You can, yeah.
And the moose-
and
hey,
the drinks are
listen.
$2.
Listen,
They're $2.
the moose is better than the elk.
I'd never been to the. I went to the Rotary Club when I was a kid with my dad.
Again.
The Moose is better than Rotary.
All I know is that I'm a moose guy.
What about
I'm
the
a Moose.
VFW?
And it's right down the
I'm a
street
moose
from my
guy.
house.
How about the VFW?
That's all old dudes. There's like
Okay.
some younger people in
Okay.
the Moose.
Yeah. I'm a mooser.
Mooser.
Call my
I'll
friends
sponsor you in,
moose.
Frank. I'll sponsor you. You want me to
Yeah.
sponsor you? I'll
Do
bring you.
mooses make noise?
I'll
Like a
bring-
sound or
I
a
do it.
sound?
I'm trying to
yeah.
change the culture in there.
What is it like the? What do they do? What do they do?
What is
Or
it?
Pellegrino in the house.
What do moose do? Like, don't they do the call?
Go ahead, Frank. Give me a moose
Call.
call. Give me
I
a
don't
moose
know.
call. That was a
Right?
rooster and a dog.
No, what do you mean?
That was a
Have you ever
rooster
heard
and a
them?
dog.
That's,
You ever-
that's like my mating call.
Have you ever heard them do that?
It's very deep. Like it's
Have-
very deep. Like
There you go. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I gotta watch like an Alaska show. I'll figure it out.
Alone.
you guys ever
You ever
seen
seen
a
Alone?
movie?
Love it.
Oh, it's fucking great
Bro,
show.
I
It's a
am
great show.
7 years and I'll probably be out of the state of New Jersey.
Where are you
Yeah.
going? Where are you going?
Like,
North, south?
I want to go to Alaska.
Ooh,
Really?
Oh yeah, I want to go.
that was my first job out
So
there.
how I felt like my life, and it wasn't like you were in the light longer than I was, but like I wanted to be famous when I started, and then it was like I don't know if I like it. You know what I mean? Now I'm older now. I've been out of the light. Now you have Francis who's in it now, and I'm like, I like being private. I don't care, but like it's not a big deal. But like it's starting to, you know, I want to go. I want to go place where no one knows who I am, where I can just go to a supermarket, do my thing. No one knows, and it's not like it's big. And I'm not saying I'm a big time guy because nor was I.
Mm-hmm.
But like that little experience that I had, and people like wanting to have dinner with me and sit next to me and see me at a bar and talk to me, and I never knew who they were, and all that stuff kind of got to me a little bit. So like I would like to like I have like a camp, like a tent that goes in the back of my truck. I like to go camping. My wife's into it. I could go to Montana or
I'm
like
into that.
the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina.
I dig it.
But then my wife's like a surfer, so she's like, I gotta be by the beach. I'm like, you gotta help me too, because like I want to be in the woods to where like it's like a mile into my house, and I could just like make wooden chairs, and go to the farmer's market and sell them.
Yeah, no,
Like that's
great.
kind of how I want to
That's-
retire in
that's
7
great.
years.
That's
cool.
Sell the gym, if I'm.
I think
fortunate
everybody should be famous for like a week, just so you realize that it fucking sucks. It's not what you think it is. People think
I
being
wanted it.
famous is fuck. Not that I was like fucking on the little level that I ever was.
Yeah, but
it sucks.
you
You
guys
know
are
what I mean?
both super famous, and you know kind of what I'm talking about. Like
You
Frankie,
live under a
you go-
microscope and everything's judged, and you
Yeah.
don't have any privacy, and
No.
people think that you're not human and you don't make mistakes, and it fucking sucks.
It's just the run of the world. Like every weekend, what are we doing? We're in a gymnasium. Someone's gonna know who you are.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna want to talk to you. If not, you're still running with your kids.
Yeah.
When my oldest graduate, my wife's a hippie, man. Like I'll move to Puerto Rico and she can homeschool them, and it's cheap living out there, and I don't need much. Like I need a surfboard.
Bro,
And
Puerto Rico is the way to go. No federal tax.
Mm.
You know that, right?
wow,
You don't have to pay any federal tax.
I don't think I'm gonna work when I go there.
Yeah, but Gordon said he didn't really like it there. He didn't love
I-
he didn't
yeah.
love his Puerto Rico experience. He didn't
yeah.
trash
Why?
it, but
He's the infrastructure, but
Yeah.
it's getting better.
that's what he said.
Well, I was there. I was in Rincon, and it's definitely not like living here.
Yeah, right.
Like it's definitely.
We're spoiled living here.
It's very slow. I ordered a cup of coffee, just coffee, at a coffee place. How fast does that take? Fucking seconds.
Here, it's like mainstay here,
Like
so
30
it takes
seconds. Dude, it was like 10 minutes. I'm like, what
Probably,
the f-
probably the
I got
best cup of
and
coffee you
cream.
ever had,
that
though.
was fucking
Really?
shit.
Really?
Bro, I'm just like a cup of, dude, just give me Dunkin' Donuts coffee with cream. Done.
Yeah.
See you later. I don't like Starbucks and all those
I'm not a
fucking
Starbucks
people.
guy. I'm a Wawa guy over Dunkin'.
Dude, love Wawa.
I'm a Wawa guy.
I stopped
Yeah.
drinking coffee because I'm a bitch.
Yeah, huh?
Dude, I got fucking Crohn's disease.
Oh,
Really?
you got the poopy guts.
Yeah, it's just an upset stomach
Yeah.
all day, but like I do, I have on like lifetime IVs every 8 weeks.
Really? You ever do like a
Butt
cleanse?
Butt cleanse.
Probiotics and stuff.
Nothing works.
No,
Nothing works. I mean,
Crohn sucks because you have it forever, right? You
forever.
Never
Like I'm kind of like in the intermission with it now because it won't come out anymore unless I eat something like super spicy, or I mean it could be something like I eat vegetables. So like today could have set me off for some reason.
And you spend the day on the toilet?
I could be just hurting all day or real tired or just like shitting my brains out, and you're not even shitting.
Right.
It's just weird. It's like I don't know. I can't explain it. But before that, I wouldn't even drive somewhere. I couldn't even drive like 20 minutes. Like I knew I had to go to the bathroom in 20 minutes no matter wherever I was. And it could be just like sitting on the toilet.
That's gotta suck.
And you're like, fuck, I couldn't do anything. I
and
never
when did this
would've
come about?
I would say like 2 years ago.
Wow.
I felt something going on, and I started selling solar just to like for some side money, just for fun. And I would leave for like if I had an appointment to sell someone solar, if I had to do something like that, and it was like at 12 o'clock, I'd leave at 10 if it was an hour ride, so I'd go to the bathroom twice on the parkway, and then I'd get there and find like I had like the bathrooms I knew like a Lowe's had a good bathroom. You know what I mean?
Are you picky? I'm like so picky about where.
Bro, when I have to go to the bathroom, I literally shit on the side of the road and not care.
Oh really? Are you like one of those guys though that go into like a Wawa
Take
with
a dump,
people in there and just fucking what?
take
I
your
can't,
shit.
bro. I'm like
No,
quiet,
there's
like
no,
trying to,
it's
and the
either-
guy next to me is like splattering everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
No,
with this
I
guy?
would flush the toilet as I was pooping, like
Yeah.
flushing. But you couldn't. There's nothing you could
you
do.
can't control it.
Like
yeah.
I don't have any of those problems now. But man, 2 years ago, up until like, man, the summertime, there was no control. Like if I couldn't even finish dinner. I'd be like, gotta go to the bathroom.
That's horrible.
She's like, you
so
gotta go to
what?
the bathroom?
Just
It's
changing your
nuts.
diet brings it under control,
Yeah.
or medication, or both.
No. So the way I eat now is for my gut.
Yeah.
So I lost 30 pounds because of that.
Yeah.
And then I was on this Remicade stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any of those problems anymore.
Awesome.
But if I stop doing it, they're like, then it will come back for sure. And then the Remicade probably won't work on you no more. You'd have to find another drug to help you.
You seem like you're living your best life, brother. You seem really happy, really focused,
Yeah.
really grounded. Like fucking, you can walk around the block now.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Fishing.
You're doing well, pal.
Frankie's going to start fishing.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the Moose.
Yes.
Imagine the
Moose,
Moose. Just fucking
I
moose
think
it up.
when you're a Moose member, you go to any Moose, right?
Any Moose you
any
want.
Moose, yeah.
Do you know there's a place in
you
Where's
Florida?
the Moose in Tom's River?
I go to the one in Lavalette because it's a nice
Love.
one.
They say that's the best
That's
one.
yeah.
We were talking to them
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Sunday. Like,
yeah.
that's the best
That's the
one.
flagship.
Do
That's
you
the
know there's a
flagship.
moose village in Florida?
Didn't know
I'll text you. I'll DM you.
everybody walks around with like a moose hat on.
Dude, it's like you can live there. It has houses and stuff.
Did you get your? I think you have to be sponsored in. I had to be.
Yeah, I was
and
sponsored in.
You get a fucking like an official fucking thing.
Let me
with
hear your moose
with
call.
your picture on it. The whole
Dude.
fucking nine yards. Yeah.
That was better.
That was a wolf, bro. That was a
We're
wolf.
howling.
That's what eats
Oh,
moose.
you've never heard them? Have you ever heard it?
I've heard of moose, but I can't do it. It's like this deep. Oh, I just unplugged my headphones.
Yeah, no,
It's
no,
this
it's
deep, like baritone, like.
that.
Do you want to be a moose?
Trying real hard.
Oh man, who's that?
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle? Is he a moose? Who's
that's
he
a
a moose?
Yeah.
Bullwinkle's the moose?
Yeah.
Was he the moose?
He was a
Rocky
moose.
is not the moose.
Rocky's the
Bullwinkle was.
chipmunk, isn't it?
Okay, Rocky Bullwinkle, yeah.
I think he was a beaver.
Beaver. You might be right. Was he a beaver? He might
he
be.
was a beaver.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was a beaver, yeah.
Fuck.
Canadian shit, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what their heroes are up there? Weird. Bullwinkle was a moose. Yeah. Yeah, but what was Rocky? I said squirrel. He said beaver.
Beaver.
See? Lost a few pounds and now all he thinks about is fucking beavers.
I got so much at home. I don't even have time to.
You ever see Naked Gun?
Yeah, great movie.
Nice beaver. She pulls the beaver out.
What's his name? Leslie Nielsen?
Nielsen.
Yeah,
Nielsen.
he was the man.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Could
great,
you
man.
imagine if they?
I heard they're making a new one, a new Naked Gun.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the where he said that shit's gonna hit the fan and like actually fucking flying turd hits the fan?
Yeah. Airplane was another good one.
Or was that Airplane that the shit? That might have been Airplane, yeah.
Airplane was another good one.
It was a great one, yeah. They don't make movies like that anymore.
I speak jive.
Yeah. Roger that.
Yeah, you get canceled for that now.
Yeah, you would. You'd get canceled for so much shit now.
I don't care.
I think it'd be fun to get canceled because then you don't have to do nothing no more.
You can't.
Yeah,
honestly,
right.
there are people out there that don't give a fuck, and if they get canceled, so they don't get canceled. Kid Rock being one of them. Like, he's like, I don't give a fuck. Cancel me. You know what I mean? They can't cancel that guy. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but like, I think the fact that the people that his base like the fact that he's that way, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. So that's why he can't get canceled.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My wife's like, you're a public figure. You got to be careful of the things that you say. I'm like, the moment they control what I say is the moment they win.
Man.
Correct.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I want.
Right.
And like it is what it is. Like I just don't care. I believe in my thing. Like my thing is, if me and you have a disagreement on anything, I'm not gonna hate you and like think you're a scumbag. It's your opinion, but other people will hate you for that. And I'm just like, no, it's what they view. I don't give a shit if you're a Democrat or a liberal or this or that. That's on you. Like, right. I'm cool with it. But if you're mad at me because of my beliefs,
correct,
then you're a fucking hypocrite.
100%.
And I had so many talks with people about that.
100%.
Like, I had so many talks with people that are just so soft. I'm like, bro, you could call me, I have gay friends that I call gay.
What do we hear every night?
Yeah, like it's crazy, and people are like, you can't.
You
say
don't
that.
care.
I'm like, yeah, Roger don't care.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me.
A big gay man.
Yes, a bear.
He's a bear.
I got that one down. I know that animal noise.
Do you shave your back?
Of course, bro. I'm a bear. No.
I'm
then I'm not
His
a bear.
boyfriend does it.
Yeah,
he doesn't do. His boyfriend does
Give
it.
a video. I'm in the back, like shaving Roger's back. This is embarrassing, guys, but he's my man.
You know how you know it's Frankie? It's right in the middle. It stops.
I'm like, Roger, why is your back half shaved? He's like, Frankie did it. I'm like, Jesus.
The ladder was in the shed.
That's funny.
I wouldn't let him use the ladder today. Christ.
Yeah, man. So you don't want to backtrack on anything you said? You said earlier, little people shouldn't be able to vote. You're going to stick to that?
Wait, little people shouldn't vote? Little people.
Remember you said that upstairs?
What?
I'm fucking with him.
Little people. First of all, if it wasn't, I think the world's made from little people. Like, you guys can't, like, crawl in a crawl space. We can.
Yeah.
True.
Good
Well,
point.
I mean, I technically can't.
Like, guess what?
Frankie hangs on that little people. People under what, 5'8" live longer or whatever?
Guess what?
He hangs on
Guess
that.
what? Like, on a plane, planes suck for you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
suck for me. They really suck for
I
you.
remember one
Bro,
time.
do you fit?
No, listen. So I mean, I can.
I mean, no,
it's
you
absolutely
definitely
miserable.
do.
But I remember one time we flew to Vegas for my buddy's bachelor party.
Oh my God.
And now I know, like, always get fucking an aisle seat because you can stick your leg out in the aisle, right? But I just stupidly booked it, and I had a middle seat, and I was stuck between two of my fucking buddies that wouldn't give up their fucking seats, and they were big dudes, not as big as me, and it literally was the most miserable trip I've ever been on in my entire life.
That
Flying home was worse because it was all hung over on the way home.
Well, that
It
could
was
have
the
been
worst
worse.
trip.
It could have been worse if you were in the middle with two strangers.
Well, I suppose, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They probably would have been nice.
I've been in the middle with two obese people. Like, obese where their shit's coming onto my shit.
That's annoying. And you have to be like this with your shoulders. And
Yeah, drive me nuts. Like, my rule is this. Like, usually I try to get, when I book, I don't book. I've only, honestly, want to know something? I only booked one flight my whole life.
I never have.
Honestly, I never had. And then I finally did. I finally did.
Renee does or manager?
Renee usually, or my manager, or someone else. I only booked one flight my whole life. Anyway, and I don't think I don't. I usually book, if I do have someone book it, I'm like, an aisle. I like an aisle.
Yeah,
Because I gotta piss. I gotta piss too much. I haven't been. I gotta get up. I gotta piss. When you're in an aisle, no one's gotta get up.
Yeah.
Or if it can't do the aisle, at least the window. But if I get the center, whatever, right?
Dude.
But this is my thing. I don't know how you guys feel about this. The person in the center should have both fucking armrests. You're in the, it sucks they're in the center. At least so if I'm on this side or I'm on that side, I give them the armrest. I give it to them.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree, but it's not set in stone, so
It
you're
should be.
fucked if the person
Do you ever
disagrees.
fight with someone? You ever fight with someone on the airplane about the armrest?
I get bullied
I do too, man.
I get bullied
I do
so
too,
bad,
bro.
Because
I'm little. I'm fucking. You know what? And I'm like, you know what? Because me, it's like I'll do this, and the next thing I do, I'm like fucking choking the guy. You know what I mean? So like, let me
angry,
you in,
bro.
I get bullied big time on an airplane, but I won't fly unless I'm an aisle, and I just don't care. Like I won't even get on the plane, and so here's the secret about flying. I'm going to tell everyone, and hopefully no one works at the airport. I found the system of winning on an airplane. When they call anyone with special assistance, I go. Therefore, I set dominance on where my luggage goes. I'm the first one on the airplane.
Well, I guess you don't have to prove it, right? Do you put a special face on when you walk up? Do you
You can
start drooling? Do you go full in?
Yeah,
or
I'm crawling.
You go full retard, or do you just
nope.
You just straight
They
face.
can't say a fucking word to you.
True.
And if they ever said anything, I'll just lift my leg up and go, "There, see that scar?
Yeah.
I have a fake knee, and I'll do what I want."
I'll lift my leg up and I'll show him my dick.
Oh,
my knee.
I'll be like, you gotta carry this thing around all fucking day. You need to sit first. I'm gonna sit on it. Everyone starts looking, but so you do that. The people come in. I'm like this, sitting down. I have everything there. I got all my gear set up. Francis is like, dude, you do it every time.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, just come with me. It's so much fun. No one's on the airplane. I walk around it. I feel good.
But it doesn't change where you sit. Your seat is still your seat.
Yeah, but
when they're coming,
listen,
dominance,
and you know about the head, the over part, the overhead department.
If you're zone 4, you're not putting your shit up there.
No, and then they give, especially if it's like a flight that where people don't check their luggage.
Yeah,
then you're fucked. Oh, you gotta check your bag. I don't want to check my bag. That's why I brought a carry-on.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm with you, man.
Dude, they can't say a word. When they say it every time, anyone that needs assistance,
I'm gonna be like,
I'm going to Istanbul.
I'm gonna be like, I get you.
I'm going to Istanbul.
And then I go in there and I have headphones on.
Just wear your headphones. Just wear your headphones.
I'm gonna show them my hair. I'm fucking skipping that line. Look at this fucking hair
they
line.
can't. I've seen people go on there, and
you should do some math problems for him, Roger. They'll be like, okay.
Like, there's no way that person needs to go on there, and they do it. There's nothing they could say to you. There's nothing they could say, and how do they prove it anyway? You can't prove it in this day and age. You could be like, I'm suing you.
There's gonna be a day though when there's like a whole fucking like bus full of people in wheelchairs and shit that's gonna be real pissed at you for getting on before them.
Well, technically, last year was the first year in like 7 years I was able to walk through an airport without being in a wheelchair.
You were that guy, yeah.
I really was. It was terrible. I couldn't walk through Louisiana airport. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it. I could do Newark because if you're close, you can do it.
It was downhill.
Yeah, they'd roll my fat ass like, here you go, fatty. I'm like, fuck. I'm thinking I'm losing weight and eating a fucking like my back then when I was super fat. My candy bar was like the ramen noodle pack.
Ooh.
And I would just spread and just eat the noodles like that.
Ooh.
I wasn't doing that, but it sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know. The crunchy shit, you gotta cook it.
I know, but I was so fat I couldn't wait for it to cook.
Yeah.
I'm like eating the packet, like
Roger does that same motion, but not with a packet.
Oh, we got
a bag of dicks.
I would hate to see how your mind
bag of dicks.
to be inside.
He said not a packet, a bag of dicks.
He just sprinkled them in his mouth. You're like, man, you got so many in there.
More.
It's a packet. Roger said, nah.
Oh, this
pack of dicks.
It's probably like a pack of Chinese dicks. They're little noodles.
Yeah, they fit perfect in a bag. Chinese dick. It's crazy.
Oh man.
Fuck. Well,
that was a good go.
That was, man.
That was fun.
That was a good go.
I wish we didn't laugh so much.
Yeah.
You got to sign the board for us, brother. You're gonna and we got to get a pic together.
Yeah, for sure. This was great. I was super stoked to come on.
Yeah, no, this was fun.
I can't believe we didn't have you on before this. Frankie, you're a horrible friend.
Came after Frankie. I'm like, I'm gonna go after both of them.
I'm dumb and I'm gay. And what else was I?
You eat a bag of dicks.
You're
old,
fat. You're
old.
short.
You're old.
Yeah.
Old.
We get along well.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like a fucking college reunion here.
Except
I didn't go to college
You
because I'm
didn't.
dumb.
Well, I didn't go either. I mean, I tried. I failed everything.
Yeah. Did you try to go?
Yeah, I failed every subject,
Really?
which I was really
I knew
impressed
better.
that I could do that. My dad was, "What are you, a fucking idiot?" I'm like,
Where Roger Winfrey came from, they don't play sports, and they marry their cousins.
Oh, you
It's
could do
fucking-
better, bro. You could do better. Come on, that was weak.
They
for
don't
you.
play sports though.
"No."
We did. I had a varsity letter in log rolling and fly fishing. That's a lie.
Wow.
And
That's a
log
lie.
rolling.
Yeah.
You know what logs he's rolling in
Yeah, I
there.
get it.
To be in this guy's head, there's a lot of gay shit going on in that head of yours.
Listen,
24/7.
there might be some gay shit in my head.
Oh,
but
here we go.
There's a lot of gay shit in your ass, all right?
Oh, all right. Good go. Kurt Pellegrino. Oh, before we let you go, pal, people want to find you, people want to look up your school, or they just want to chat with you or call you fat in your DMs. How do they find you?
I'm gonna get so many fat DMs.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my
I got
God.
everybody.
Like fat old pictures of Kurt. I'm like, fuck. Just Kurt Pellegrino on everything, TikTok and Instagram.
Two
And
L's.
I'm finally verified. Super stoked for that on Instagram.
Yeah.
And my Twitter obviously is what it is. And just my gym's in Wall, New Jersey, and 2400 Belmar Boulevard, Wall, New Jersey.
Awesome.
It's fun. I'm there. Francis is there,
Yeah.
and watch him just beat
Climb the ladder.
Yeah.
Climb the ladder.
Francis will stick his finger in your butt if you join today.
Yeah, you might like it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It hurts.
Roger might like it, actually.
I'm joining. I was on my phone signing up. That's what I was doing.
I'm like,
You
it's
gotta-
so funny.
hey,
It's got an email from Roger.
You got a coupon code for me?
Yeah, you get it 30 free days, bro.
All right, Kurt.
All right, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, guys. I
Take
appreciate
it.
it.
And again, we always forget to do this little call to action, guys. Find us and follow us on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and most other podcast platforms.
Pause and look at the camera.
Joe Biden. Got Joe Biden over here.
Sleepy Frank. Sleepy.